Howdy, folks. Welcome to Alberon RPG, home of Adventures in Alberon and Mosaic Team 5. Today, we have an extra special one-shot adventure that will bring us back to Nocturne in the year 1473, Third Age. Roughly 2 years after the events of our first D&D campaign, Call of Calypsos. I am Joe Treff, the DM of this adventure and many other adventures, and joining me are my friends Matt, Vincent, Cara, and Hannah. We are going to be playing a little bit of this D&D, but before we do, just a quick reminder, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, at Alberon RPG. You can find all of our old sessions, which is up on YouTube, and then pictures and close-ups of different things on our tables, like our tiny little encounter map that we have set up right here. So good. You can see it a little bit here, but you can see it in much greater detail at Alberon RPG. And then we have Sirenscape, a digital tool set that lets you add music into your games. We also are using Monument Music's music for the introduction and the break today. And with that, we can begin. Let me just change the music to something a little bit more adventurous. Okay.
Happy birthday, Hannah!
Oh yeah, happy birthday,
Hannah! Happy birthday, Joe!
Yes, happy future birthday, Joe. By the time you guys watch this, the birthdays will have passed, but the sentiment lives on.
Oh, Allosaurus.
You can tell the Matt's doing something else also. Yeah. All right. The Modrock is alive. The steel and stone floors of the walled cities of Nocturne are hewn away in places to allow for sections of high vertical spaces with small porches of iron festooned into tiny apartments. The air here is alive with voices, happy, challenging, questioning. The bustle is intense, and more than half of the figures here are Goliath. This is a very common sort of person here, and suits the table, actually. And so you, Brenna, feel small amongst the hustle and bustle of the city. The smell and spice of meat sizzling on open flame overtakes your nose, blessedly drowning out the unmistakable smell of stale sweat and barnyard that forms a central smell here in the Modrock. In the shadowy city of Nocturne, this is a place where there is truly joy, and today, more than most. I'll turn the music down just a second. It isn't every Tuesday that the Courtyards of Glory promises a hero of some fame and renown, and when news emerged that the challenger was none other than a member of the Fatechangers, a group of heroes who were just 2 years removed from the saving of Dominion from the clutches of the mindflayer lich Streis, there was an uproar, and ticket prices soared. And not just any Fatechanger at that. Along the side streets of the Modrock, crude but clearly idolized versions of a gnome with dark hair and massively oversized axe can be seen in various forms in windows and on doorsteps. And as you are walking along, this large Goliath that stands almost 7.5 feet tall bends down to you and says, "Oh, Brenna, look, it's little Brenna's." And they kind of point to this little sort of straw Brenna that is like, the only thing that makes you sure that it's you is the huge axe and the braid. Aside from that, kind of like just little bits of paint on straw.
Brenna's like, nice, and high-fives him.
He high-fives you. You see Hasgal Bloodmoon, this Goliath, pronounced brow ridge. He has a bad sort of like scar down the right center side of his lower face and chest. His face is a complex tattoo that, Brenna, you know is the mark of Agorod, the lost home of these Goliath. And down the left arm are bands of arrows, lines, and geometric pattern bands that also show symbols of footprints and insectoid jaws. And then a much larger Goliath just shoves him slightly, kind of elbowing into the conversation. You know, Edrithan Oakfeller, the gigantic sort of Goliath. You could see their trapezoids, each about the size of you. And he has a broad steel belt around their waist. And he says, "Oi, you're distracting Brenna. Brenna, you gotta focus." Okay, Clan Bloodmoon is already pelted, so we can't help you in your trial. Not in the courtyard anyways, but let me tell you, old Elkfella has been in there a time or two. And we can at least help, but with the weakest of weapons. Words. And Hasgal says, "Oh yeah, sorry." Oakfeller leans towards you and says, "Brenna, you're a Fatechanger. You're Brenna the Ax. People will want to help you. There's all sorts around. You just got to be careful not to choose somebody who wants more glory than you." At this, Hasgal nods and says, "And for its weight in gold, They have clerics to banish whatever they're going to summon towards the end and help people who get hurt, so you don't need to hold back. If you kill somebody accidentally, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh.
As they say that, you have crossed into a plaza, where down a set of about 70 steps is the arena that you see before you. You are looking into sort of the area that is nearest you, actually, Hannah.
Yeah.
There is like a doorway underneath that leads in. You can see that you could walk down the stairs to that area where you could just enter into the courtyard itself if you wish.
I do.
There are guards, but you imagined you could just walk right by. Also, you can see off and to the right, there is a little platform that levels off about halfway down the staircase. And there you can see a couple of different tents that are offering food, drink, and souvenirs. You actually see a mobile version of the infamous Roccoco, which is a street aka, or which is basically a taco kind of stand. They have kind of become much larger over the last several years, and now they have a stall here. You could see the standard aka, which is just city vermin cooked with chilies, molasses, orange peel, other things like that, with lettuce and corn mixed into a little bit of a kind of bread. And then they're also selling a special for this event called the Glory Seeker Aka, which has strips of steak shredded thin with dark and savory umami pack sauce that reeks of ginger and green onion as you approach, little fermented strips of carrots as well. There is a little cart that has, it's been stabilized with some crates, and you can actually see there is a tiefling selling beer for the Salty Sisters Brewing Company. There is a souvenir store that is actually being run by the locally owned Morwin's Miscellaneous. And you can see it is occupying the Lone Stone stall that is built like a dugout at a baseball stadium into the actual floor itself. And there's all manner of knickknacks, including tiny stone figurines of all the gladiators, and you see there is almost none left. There's like one or two Brennas, the most popular by far, almost completely out. There's a few Goliath competitors who are also similarly close to sold out, and then you see one Goliath where not a single figurine has been sold. But you see all that off to your right, and aside from that, you can just walk straight down if you wish.
I do.
All right. You walk down to the gate, and as you get to the area where the stone kind of rises up and becomes the walls that you'll have to pass within to get to the courtyard, the two Goliaths stop. And Oakfeller says, "All right, Brenna, we're going to go up and get good seats, but we'll be watching you and we'll be cheering you."
Thanks, guys.
They nod. And you could see they both go off, and you can hear like Hasgul starts arguing about not picking up beer on the way, and they start like arguing about who's going to go back. But you can just make your way in, where you can see a circle of figures that have sort of gathered here around the sand. All right. In the center of the arena, there is a figure that stands apart. You can see they're actually currently up in the box, but wearing all red kind of cloak and armor. There's an individual who is standing in the middle of this circle. You join the circle, Brenna, and they sort of nod to you. They hold in their hand an ornate wooden box that is painted matte black with tiny silver fastenings with chains that hold the lid of the box itself shut. There is a single opening on the side that faces away from this person towards the sort of general circle of people that is gathered, and it's covered by a pair of satin curtains that are pushed close together. The other figures have all gathered around here, Brenna, and as you enter this circle, people sort of turn and nod. You can see a few people turn and whisper. All of the fighters have gathered around. For all of you here, you are one of these figures within the circle, and you can see the various other gladiators around. Those of you who are not part of this group, everybody rolled a social awareness check to learn what they knew about some of the other competitors. And aside from Brenna, not a clue to any of you. You don't recognize a single person aside from Brenna the Ax, who, like, one of the most famous heroes of this era.
I was gonna say, I hope we recognize
as she walks in, like the whole kind of area begins to cheer. You could hear chants of Brenna the Ax. Like there are shouts and things like that. The whole like circumstance changes. It was already festive, but absolutely, aside from Brenna, not a clue who these other dudes are. You can see in this ring of people, there are several Goliath. There is an older looking human who seems to be perhaps a wizard. You can see they are wearing the garments of the Lorebinders. You can see a dragonborn who is golden and sheds this kind of radiant light from within. You can also see, standing right next to you, Brenna, is a dwarf. They are wearing plate mail armor. You can see they have these axes behind them that seem to be almost certainly magical. You know that this is a forge cleric, one of two who is on the battlefield. This individual turns.
Who could the other one be?
And they look up at the box. And you can see Seraph Eufarin, the very grim-looking elf, stands, and the entire stadium almost immediately goes quiet. You can see her eyes are stark makeup, black paint that covers up the top half of her face, down to just below the nose in black, almost like war paint, almost like a vigilante's mask. And she gazes across the entire crowd that has been gathered here, and she says, "Tonight, the Courtyard of Glory welcomes many heroes to a special event. But it's rare that we see a hero of such stature as the Fatechanger herself." And she nods to you, showing you an immense sign of respect. Almost never does she sort of like point people out by name. The crowd erupts into a roar, and even this person's presence is not enough for this to die down at once. It takes a couple seconds to kind of go down. Is anybody doing anything while this is happening? Okay. The crowd
I'm just
dies
gonna
down.
do a bow to
I am
Seraph.
scoping out.
Okay.
Who's got the best looking greatsword around? That's inconsequential.
No, it's not. Make an arcana check.
That sounds very consequential.
I make a mental note to get a signed autograph from Brenna,
Okay.
from my niece.
Absolutely. Your niece talks about Brenna and about Elgafor. You don't remember all the other ones, but there's like other Fatechangers. Is that
Dirty 20?
Oh, the Dirty 20, as like the sounds of this woman kind of blur into the background. You look around, you can see the person who you know was bringing like a legendary sword, a sword that flies and that they actually surf across. They're sick today. They're not here. The best weapon that you like knew off the top of your head, that's what I'm going for, not here. But you do see up in the box, this person who is speaking behind them, there is an ornate sword.
I'm talking about in the contested.
We miss you, Tina.
Looking around at everybody who is here, you would imagine the Goliath, who seems to be a little bit of lesser renown than the other Goliath who are here, seems to maybe have some kind of a magical implement. And then you see the dwarf. Behind them, they have these two axes, which seem to be immensely magical. And that's what you would see with that.
Okay.
So once the crowd does finally die down, Seraph Eufarin says, "For tonight's event, we have harvested a presence from a cursed temple in the shadowy lands of Gath across the Emerald Expanse. But even it would be no match for the full assembly before us. Therefore, we shall have to see who shall have the honor of felling this avatar of negative energy." They gesture to this person, and they step forward towards the dwarf that is standing there in plate mail armor. And Eufarin says, "Each of you, ending with Brenna, draw a stone from the box." You see this person in the all red stands forwards, and they're wearing this choker that is like plates of iron, and there is one in the center that is riddled with these tiny holes. And as they stand there in front of the dwarf, Brenna, you're right next to this person too, so this blasts right at you. This is like magically amplified, like a speakerphone that just projects their voice across the entire stadium. And their voice is a little bit chilling, but it is loud and broadcast. And they say, "Hailing from the Iron Ring of Kol Taram, slayer of the Fandral Tomb Sisters and their bandit horde, leader of the Iron Van Company, the Forgemaster, Troticum Ironvein." And they thrust this box out. There is a low-level cheer through this kind of arena, and they reach in and they pull out a stone. As they hold their hand out, you can see in it there is a sunstone. This is an intense-looking dwarf. You can see really unkempt hair, thick, bushy eyebrows, smoldering eyes. Remind me, your name is Barocca? Roccoco?
Roccoco Barocca.
Roccoco Barocca, you see this pair of hand axes crossed behind them, certainly magical. They nod, they take the sunstone back, and this warlock sort of steps over into the next person. Cara, they stand in front of your character, and the voice just blasts into your face. From our very own Modrock, forgemaster of Clan Breakspine, wielding a hammer imbued with the essence of the Goliath goddess of the forge and warfare herself, the Hammer of Anna, Stalkvan Breakspine. And they thrust this box forward.
And she thrusts her hand in and pulls out a stone and raises it up real high.
And it is a moonstone that you raise up high. You are on the opposite team from this dwarf. And looking over, they look at you and they sneer. And you need no insight check to tell that they hate you. You have never met them before, but with every, you can see like there is spit on their lips. They like want to spit at you, but they don't.
Who's this god? Who's your god?
It's a religion check.
Woo!
This is Tradakam who's doing this?
26.
This individual, you can see the mark of a hammer backlit by a rising sun. This is a worshiper of the Dawnfather, Moradin. And for many of the Moradin Forge clerics, and you don't necessarily know this about this individual, but many of them, like dogmatic in their belief that you either worship the Dawnfather or you don't worship at all. In like the more extreme kind of sects, practicing as a blacksmith and not worshiping Moradin is like heresy. And they don't like you. But they make their way away to the other side of this kind of ring.
She mutters under her breath.
One metal alone makes a weak weapon.
There you go. This warlock now stands over in front of the individual, the third Goliath, the one that is neither you nor Matt. And the explosive magical voice booms out. Fresh from the dungeons of Nocturne and slayer of Kienscale's Beastmaster Hrudgrud, former Courtyard of Glory Sunday Seeker champion, and all-around asshole Adroma, the honor this! And they thrust the box forwards and then just dump a sunstone at their feet and walk on. You can see this Goliath, they don't look super bothered by this. They have patchy skin atop her bald head. You don't see very many tattoos on her, but very quickly she bends down, picks the stone up, and goes and walks to stand over by the dwarf. They now stand over in front of you, Matt. And actually, sorry, Cara, I totally skipped this. Can you describe your character, please?
Yes. Stalkvan is huge. She's got the traditional like shaved head, covered in like really heavy, not ornate, but like well-made chainmail with a like huge heater shield and a kind of unassuming forge hammer at her side with a bunch of runes carved into it. She's got a couple of like tattoos across the side that like are just different runes, and is just kind of generally like stocky and seems to be like, this is right. This is how I should be. This is how life is.
Very nice.
I, of course, am here.
And so for you, Matt, this individual stands in front of your character, and they say, hailing from the Modrock. And there is like a loud cheer that goes up around areas here. Brenna, you look over and you can see even the Blood Moon Goliaths are like clapping. This individual says, you know him, you love him, a legend in the arena of combat and cuisine alike, the Beast Soul, Roccoco Barocca. And they gesture over to you this box. There is this cheer. Somebody throws this taco out and just hits the sand. It's like unclear if this is supposed to be flattering or not, but you take this and you draw a moonstone.
Stalkvan pounds her hammer on her shield like, yeah!
Like the stuffed animals at the Olympics.
Yeah. You just see like little strips of steak. It's like a more expensive one of the tacos too. But you draw this moonstone and you can go over, stand by Stalkvan if you want.
Stalkvan grips you with like the predator handshake, like, welcome.
Super swole. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Okay.
So strong was our handshake.
Oh man, sorry about that. Okay, so what they give you this moonstone. Could you please describe your character, Matt?
Yeah, so Roccoco, we saw him last like many years ago. Tall, gray, mountain goliath. Used to be like in the prime of his life, an absolute like chiseled out of the mountainside, covered in tons of tattoos, like almost completely covered. Now still very imposing, 10 feet tall and massive, but has basically just a simple cook's apron on, very simple clothes, and a little bit of a gut now. But still very imposing figure here.
I like that the mini kind of informed the character.
Yeah.
No worries. So absolutely.
He's an Aka salesman.
No, absolutely. So and the gut really a sign of prosperity.
Yeah,
you know? So the warlock walks away from you as you go and join Stalkvan, and you have this epic grip that is so epic it actually sends us to break briefly. And then they walk over in front of this golden dragonborn. The sort of magically enhanced voice just booms out once again. From the valley of the Jaguar in Tanakh, the purger of demons and warden of the Sun Temple of Patsalko Tesho, wielder of the reality anchor, the golden soul Najasha. And they pull this box over to this golden dragonborn who almost floats across the sand. You can see it reflects the golden light off of it, like from them. They are actually radiating bright light, and they reach within and almost fittingly draw out a sunstone. They join the dwarf and the other Goliath at the far end of this arena. This person stands and moves over next to Vincent, your character. And the magical voice booms out. From the lore hard words. From the Lorebinder outpost in the Zini Monastery of Shuhui, breaker of the bars of the Halls of Atonement, slayer of the infernal creature that besieged the lowest levels of Kol Taram, Ernold the Transmutor. The less of a loud for all the Goliath. It was Goliath, loud kind of roars with the Dragonborn, and this human a little bit lower. But
Stalkvan just looks over. Like, who's that?
You step forward, and they give you this box. Can you please describe your character as you reach in?
Sure. So you see a old, frail-looking, totally out of place. Like it's like when you have the Olympics and then you pull a regular guy from the street just to see how they would do. He looks like that guy. He looks old, wearing a wizard's robe, with a wizard's hat, and slung around him is just his a little book. And that's Ernold Merryheimer.
Fantastic.
He will wave at the crowd just because feels like he should, and then he'll reach in and grab a rock.
You wave at the crowd. You see often in the distance people who are almost certainly like your proudest and loudest supporters, though still not especially loud. There's 4 or 5 people who are here from one of Nocturne's older communities. It's a retirement home that actually they have an outing right now, and they're all kind of out there on the side. But you can see they're like cheering loudly for you. Give me just 1 second. That's pretty good. But I think I might have forgotten. Okay, put it down. No worries. You take the stone, and it is a moonstone. And you are able to join your team on the far side here. This person moves over in front of this woman. You can see a human woman, red hair. The voice booms out. Hailing from 1,000 gates, hero of the undead uprising, slayer of the swamp walker Zodo, captain of the Silver Guard, Captain Rhodesia Wren. And they hold this box out, and this individual like smiles big, kind of waves to the crowd, reaches in, pulls out a sunstone. They make their way over to the far side of the team. And then finally, there is like louder cheers happening already. The warlock stands in front of you, Brenna, and their voice begins to even become drowned out by the crowd, but you can just barely hear returning to the Courtyard of Glory. And there is just like this uproar. People are standing now, hailing from Dominion, slayer of the Mercury Dragon Forgotten, feller of foul undead, and hero of Nocturne. And like the voice just lost, even magically amplified in this uproar. First among Fatechangers, Brenna the Ax. And they hold this box forwards. And Brenna, could you describe your character, please?
Yeah, so Brenna looks much the same as she did in campaign 1. So she's got a long kind of battle braid that starts at her forehead, goes all the way down, and is quite long down her back. It's adorned with 2 rings that are kind of braided in. She's wearing now spiked armor, which fits her quite nicely, which anyone who had met Brenna before, it would be new to them. And she's a little gnome, and in her hand is a comically large battle axe. Far too big for her, you would think, but she handles it expertly. And as she's introduced, she kind of twirls it in the way that, you know, maybe you would see like a fighter twirl a sword as they're getting ready, but it's a giant battle axe. And so she twirls it effortlessly with the air of someone who has been using a battle axe for a very long time and knows how to handle it. And she does one of these to the crowd.
And there's just this explosion. All of you have like a solid minute where you're like in your group. Brenna, you're just standing there. You can see Seraph is gesturing for the crowd to go quiet, but they will not. It takes like a solid minute or two. And then...
During this minute,
Yeah.
since I'm standing next to Brenna,
Yeah.
and so I want to tap her on the shoulder. In case I die, my niece loves you. Could I get an autograph?
Yeah, you have all the implements. You keep this on you now because this is not an uncover.
Yeah.
Especially here.
And, you know, Brenna's met Gunter before, so she knows better than to underestimate this old man.
Absolutely.
So she's as polite as possible, but also, like, not the time, dude.
Finally, kind of lost in the crowd, this individual, you can see they try to speak. Nothing can happen. You can see this person is now returned with the box up to the box. Giving up on like trying to reel the crowd in, Seraph just holds their hand out, and there is a leap of arcane energy from their hand to the central of the ring, kind of hanging over, and you can see what looks almost like fairy fire, but condensed into a single number 10. And you can see they speak, and does anybody here read lips in the way that Ori does?
No.
They say something, and that light becomes 9, and then 8, and then 7. They say something else, and then you would imagine you have about 6 seconds until this begins.
I rage.
You rage. Okay, so Brenna, you are raging. Stalkvan, what are you doing?
Stalkvan looks over and sees that you just have like a regular old weapon and is just like,
No.
gives you a blessing of the forge.
Wait, how long does this last?
It's a long rest.
Very nice.
Okay.
So you were thinking about running home, but now you might have something here. Okay.
Ernold will cast Mirror Image.
Okay, you cast Mirror Image.
Thank
can
you,
see
brother.
there are just Ernolds kind of
Let us
just
Now
fight
there's
on.
lots of me.
And then, Matt, is there anything that you're doing?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn into a polar bear and rage.
Turn into a polar bear and rage. Okay, you absolutely can do that.
Barbarian. So now Brenna is like, brother!
During the minute, you see they gather into a huddle, and then they're going to end up in a slightly different formation.
I was like, oh, maybe we should have done that. You guys good? Okay.
I'm just gonna hide in the
And you can see,
Oh my god.
it's the sleeves. You can see that this individual, the dwarf, they step forward, they hold one of their axes and they point it at you, Cara, right at Stalkvan. And you can see in that moment, they ignite this magical aura around themselves that spreads first 5 feet, then 10, then 20. And there is this like radiant aura that seems to be just rolling across all of their allies. You would imagine they are lending them some sort of aid. But all of you have that preparation round. Yeah.
I'd also like to call to the group. Feel free to go all out. Anyone you take down will be revived later.
Okay. You pass that on to the group. You see the numbers 3, 2, 1, and just barely over the shadow of the crowd, you could hear Seraph shouting through this person's speaker the words "glory," and the lights explode, and you can see each of these little motes of light kind of spread off and form a spotlight over each of you, now just kind of lighting you throughout this combat. And can everybody please roll for initiative as the crowd roars?
Advantage on initiative.
Also
Don't forget, because we are barbarians. Woo!
So,
Very nice.
Also very nice.
Brother.
do that
Also very nice.
first.
Aw, guys, we're doing so good. Okay, so just to clarify, the 4 of us want to kill the 4 of them.
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yeah, just,
With the spare,
and dex.
second
Yep.
that they have,
Stats.
Stalkvan just looks over to Bren. It's like,
no, strength and common.
brother.
It's gonna be
I have so many hit points.
It feels so good, right? It's so
Going
cushy.
from last night playing Courts of Everest with level 11 Warlock hit points to level 18 Barbarian hit points is so tasty.
Okay, anybody natural 20. 25 to 20.
23.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Fuck yeah.
21.
3 is gonna be. Remind me of your first name.
Rocco. You could just call him Rock.
Let's call him Rock. That's gonna be easier for me.
Rock Sockers.
And then is it Stalkvan or is it Eldred first?
2 for Dex.
2.
Oh.
You can go first.
Stockman,
21 for Brenna.
Eldred, yeah. Brenna. Oh no, that's messing me up. That's okay. Okay. 20 to 15. Wait, who am I
I
still
think
missing?
we've all gone.
Yeah, we all got. Look at that. Okay, great. The way that this works out, first amongst everybody is going to be Rock, then Brenna, then Stockvan, then it's Ernold.
Arnold.
I had Eld
Ernie
old.
for
I had
short.
Eld old, like elder old. Ernold.
He is pretty cool.
Okay. Then we are going to have the Foe Basher, then Ro, then Najasha, then Tradacom at the very, very end. So, Rock, what do you want to do? Brenna, you're on deck.
So, as the bear now, I am going to 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm gonna dash all the way over to this guy,
Okay.
and then using my bonus action with my charger feat, I am going to make an attack against him,
Okay. Go ahead, make your attack roll.
which I believe, yeah, I gain a +5 bonus to the damage roll.
Nice.
And in rage, I'm going to reckless attack him so that I get advantage. And that's gonna be, looking up the stats of the bear, 24 to hit,
24 hits.
and that's gonna be a lot of damage. So this is a claw attack.
Okay. Are you a cave bear? Because then you have claw and claw and jaw, but that's not what it's called. Claw and bite.
Yeah. Well, I have the polar bear stat
Oh, okay,
block,
yeah.
but I think it's probably the same.
I think so.
Oh yeah, because it's a multi-attack. So yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be first one is so, 10 plus so that's 20 points of magical bear slash damage. And
I'll
then
look that up on the Pokemon type table.
It's super effective.
Yeah.
and then the
Regular effect.
second attack of the multi-attack.
Okay.
That's gonna be a lot to hit, like a 40, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Wow.
And then nice. That's 6 plus 25. Oh wait, sorry, because that's let me just double check. Sorry, I rolled the wrong die because this one's a bite, not a.
No worries, learning a new character. First round could be a little bit slow.
It's the same, so it's 25.
25, okay. So total of 49 points of damage, of bear slashing damage. You rush across, turning into a bear as you are moving, and as you leap into this final attack, you slash into them. You can feel radiant energy just leaking out, but they're badly hurt. That's a good amount of damage.
And I hate to do this, but do I get my 2 attacks per action with this attack as well? In a bear form? Because as a barbarian, I get 2 attacks per turn.
But then does the bear get a multi-attack? Is that what
Right.
you're
No,
asking?
so
Yeah,
multi-attack
that's what I'm
doesn't
wondering.
stack with like, no, multi-attack is your attack action.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I like where your head's at. Anything else?
That's it. for me.
Okay. You slash into this person.
Budget monk.
That is your
Flurry
turn.
of blows.
Yeah.
That brings us to you, Brenna. You see this individual just accelerate, turn into a bear, and tear into this dragonborn. What do you want to do?
Okay. She's looking at Adroma. Which one is Adroma? The faux basher?
Adroma is the Goliath.
All
over in the
around
corner.
asshole?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Brenna spent enough time with her Goliath buddies to know that Adroma is a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Been stealing from people, like, been in jail. So Brenna's like, yes, finally. And she is also going to take a dash as a bonus action using her something. It's a
You technically should have been rolling at disadvantage, so flat, but that's okay. As long as you're within 30 feet of that dwarf.
something about the battle rager. Let's her do a dash. I can't find it right now, but it happens.
Yeah, no.
All right,
And
I counted out beforehand, so she can indeed get right
Absolutely
up
can.
to her, and then she's gonna be like, "You suck!" and kapow.
Okay. And make your attack roll.
All right, so first attack, that's gonna be a 26 to hit.
26 absolutely hits. You can see they are wearing studded leather armor.
All right, we're starting off strong with 13 points of damage because that's a 1 on the die.
Very nice.
And then second attack, that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
And much better, that's 22 points of damage.
Very nice.
Yeah, and that's her turn.
You rush across the space and just cleave into this person. You yell at them. When the first hit hits them, they look at you, they kind of push you off, and they say, "That's pathetic." And then you hit them again, and this time doing almost twice the amount of damage, like an uppercut across, and they have to fly back. They try to parry, but they cannot block this blade. You can see they're carrying a much weaker looking sword, but no problem. That is your turn, Brenna. That brings us to Stalkvan.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Not enough. Stalkvan. I was really hoping that people would move.
That's what you get for high initiative.
It's really what I get for high initiative.
You guys killed initiative.
Yeah. Why can't we do this in the main campaign?
All right.
Stalkvan moves forward
Okay.
and then points at Fuckface.
Okay, you point to fuckface right there. Holy aura radiating out as you cross into 30 feet of this individual. You feel instantly, it is like this magic is pushing you back. And this is true for you, Brenna, and you, Rock as well. This is just a magical aura that is holy in nature and just like pushing against you. You imagine if you're within 30 feet of this dwarf while the spell is active, you're making attacks at disadvantage.
Did he just cast it?
No, he cast it in the lead up to this fight.
Oh, that's why.
That was his holy aura. And you imagine that all of his allies are making saving throws at advantage.
His allies. And she points at him and says, "You aren't prepared for the light of the forge," and casts blindness on him.
Nice.
I need
What
a
kind of saving throw?
con saving throw.
Con saving throw. That is most cocked dice. All right. For con, that is going to be a 17.
Does not make it.
Nice. Very nice.
I leveled D&D.
Hang
It's so
on.
fun.
At advantage, because he himself also gets advantage.
Oh,
to that.
damn it!
Still 17.
Fuck yes!
So he is
Blinded for 1 minute, and at the
Nice.
end of each turn, he can make that saving throw again.
okay. Very nice. So blinded for 1 minute, can repeat saving throw. Anything else?
Looking at my action economy, because I am a cleric now, and my actions are weird. Nope.
You gesture forwards with this hammer, and there is a shower of bright sparks that blind this individual. You can see this holy aura doesn't even falter. Their eyes shut. They smile, and they say, "By the Dawnfather's light, I don't need to see anything to fight you."
Oh, but just move closer. There we go. That's what I'll do.
Good,
No
then I'm
worries.
gonna rip out your eyes.
Stalkvan, that brings us to Ernold.
Aw, Ernie,
Let's
get him.
see.
Arnold, the kid's just running ahead.
Everyone has left. I guess I'll stay back here. And then he's going to cast haste on Brenna.
Very nice. You reach out and feeling the parts of the weave
an
that connect
extra
this place to all places, you manipulate it as such to just give Brenna a boost of speed. Brenna, you feel the adrenaline flood into your body, and as you hit this person once, twice, and then all of a sudden it is like there is electricity running through your veins. You feel faster, the world feels slower. The shouts of Brenna the Ax just slow down, and you can finally hear like individual words from the audience. But that is your turn, Ernold.
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to the other team's fighters finally. So, Adroma Foe Basher. They are. Okay. Who has not taken a turn yet? I think it's just. No, all of you guys have gone, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that wastes his best feature.
That's great.
I'm so sorry. Not sorry.
So they are going to bonus action disengage. They are going to get as far back from you as they can, but kind of in a corner here. They're going to just stick their sword in the sand, and they are going to pull out a light crossbow. And Brenna, they level this crossbow at you, and they press the trigger, and there is a tiny little bolt that comes streaking out towards you. This is only going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
You get 2 AC.
Even with the +2 AC, yeah. I'm a barbarian. I'm a tank.
So you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh, thank you.
Plus, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Please give me an exclamation point. I can. Oh, I'm so good at those. Is this... Oh, Constitution. Okay. Ooh, natural 1. For a total of 11.
That is a failure.
Oh, damn.
You take 26 points of poison damage from that as well, as this little bolt carries a big wallop, and you can see they sneer, and then they are going to take the rest of their action with this disengage.
You said poison, right? Not piercing?
Correct.
Okay. Because I'm resistant to piercing. Like, it's pretty important.
Is that for both?
It doesn't. They take the disengage action. Or cunning action disengage. That is
rogue
Adroma's
barbarian.
turn. That brings us to Ro. So this person who sees this bear just barrel by is going to turn and just rush up to you. Oh, okay. They're going to rush forwards and they raise the sword up, they point it at the Dragonborn, and they say, "Don't you worry, I got your back!" And she thrusts forwards with the sword. She's going to make 3 melee attacks. First, does a 22 hit.
Does my natural armor from the polar bear supersede my AC?
Yes.
Then, yes.
Okay, so 1 hit. Second hit. That is an 18, so that is a critical.
That's gonna hit.
Natural 18 is critical. And then the other one is going to be a 26.
That's also gonna hit.
Okay, so 2 hits and then a critical. As she hits you, the first hit... Where are my d10s? Here we go. Oh god, I got them stuck. Okay. The first hit is going to be only 12 points of slashing damage. Okay. Second one is going to be, and this is the critical. Ooh.
Oh, I have resistance to all of this. 'Cause
Great.
I'm a bear.
So do me a favor, half it if you
6.
can.
Yeah.
The second one is going to be 40 points of slashing damage. And then the third is going to be... You know what? For the third, she is going to have this be no, this is a reaction. Never mind. That is all that she is going to do. That is going to be a total of 10 points of slashing damage from the third.
It's fine. Okay.
And then she stands her ground. She tries to edge in between you and this Dragonborn, clearly taking a defensive stance. But that is Ro. And then that brings us to Najasha, the Golden Soul. Alright, so first thing is first. They know that this is going to cause a attack of opportunity, but they're going to use a bonus action to activate their angelic form. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's mine. I can fly. I got boots.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is good because I use my Mage Slayer. Is angelic form? No. That's just a
So they're going to fly 30 feet straight up.
That's
Go ahead and make your attack of opportunity. This is a disadvantage.
oh, is it flat because
What do you have,
of
3
my
dice?
reckless attack? Oh, I'm not throwing.
Okay. I was going to say,
is it-
elven accuracy on Goliath.
Is it because of the reckless attack? Is it
No,
flat
there's
or-
a magical aura that's happening. Reckless
that's
attack gives
the-
advantage,
yeah.
disadvantage is flat because there's no
so
stats.
it's just flat.
Yeah.
That's cocked. That's I believe a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
Alright. That's gonna be is it a multi-attack on a reaction opportunity attack?
No. I like the thought.
So then that's gonna be, let's see, 14 points of claw.
Okay, they grunt as they leave, and you slash across their tail, but they end up 30 feet in the air, and they turn around. You can see they bring one hand over, they bring the other hand over, and there are just colors of green, of white, of red, and of yellow and blue, and they become this prismatic ball above them, and then they just thrust downwards, and they're going to cast Prismatic Spray.
Counterspell.
Are you going to counterspell it?
Woo!
Yeah.
What level?
Oh boy. Let me look at my spells.
Look at Ernie go.
Go, Ernie, go.
I'll cast it at level. Do I know what level Prismatic Spray is, being a wizard?
Yeah, I would say you know that that's a 7th level spell.
Oh boy. Do you get an increased chance to dispel it if you use a higher level spell slot?
If you use a lower spell than 7th, it won't work.
Don't you have to roll?
If you If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell fails and has no effect. If the casting spell is 4th or higher... Oh, yeah, you make an ability check. Sorry, I read it the wrong way around.
And what's the DC? Okay,
10 plus the spell's level.
3rd level. So I'll count a spell at 3rd level.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
And I'll just make...
Or sorry, it's an ability check using your spell casting modifier, not a
Okay.
spell casting ability.
Just an ability check?
Ability check using your spell casting ability. DC is 17.
15.
Unfortunate. You try to cast Counterspell, and as you reach out, you are just too far away. They have flown up. You just miss the moment where it is a pinprick of light that you might have been able to Counterspell, and then it bursts into a 60-foot cone that is going to be aimed to hit, well...
Everybody?
So, straight down, it's hitting Ro. No, actually, they're kind of aiming it to hit Brenna, this, and then all of these people.
Oh no! They shouldn't
You
do
can
that.
see Eldred, your
corpses
retirement home
objects?
right here.
Oh no!
Horses, objects. Oh no!
Level 7 prismatic
Go!
So you can see this
Go,
is
Ernie!
this is a light, like
Lemons, lemonade.
cone of different colored light. Brenna and Rock, can you make dexterity saving throws?
Advantage. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ooh, that's good.
Do I have advantage?
I
have danger
you have,
Some haste.
but you as a barbarian
Yeah.
have it against effects that you can
Yeah,
see.
I have danger sense.
Yeah. I got a 17.
17. That is, I believe,
Is a polar bear's dex.
that is a meets it beats it.
Hell yeah.
A 6.
That is not a meets it
I
beats it.
am
So
a
first,
bear.
there's just there's dozens of multicolored rays of light that beam out, and you can see there is just fire, acid, lightning, poison, cold damage that just rips into the stone. There's an explosion of different damage types. You can see these 8 individuals all fail their dexterity saves. These like 4 older individuals just destroyed into this kind of like pulp. But you can see Rock. An orange beam strikes you, and you take...
Doesn't matter, it's resisted.
Hey.
As long as it's not
Psychic damage.
As long as it's not psychic.
Psychic is an option here, but it is not. It is 46 points of acid damage halved to 23.
Oh shit, where's that?
Brenna, you are struck by a green
Powerless.
beam, and you take
Almost had a better form.
57 points of poison damage, halved for the success, and then halved again, I believe, because you are resistant to poison.
No, because I'm not a totem.
There you go. So just 25, 26, 27, 28 points of poison damage. But that prismatic spray just ricochets around this area. There are like yelps and screams. You see these guys down.
Damn.
And you can see the nearest of the clerics that have turned.
Did any of them have any good swords?
But the retirement home just knocked out of the fight in one fell swoop.
Wait,
So
the blind
I do
guy just passed
actually
No.
need to know are corpses objects?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Full corpses are objects. Hero making saving throws, not a corpse yet. That is... Those guys don't look like heroes, though. They look very dead. That is Najasa's turn. That's going to bring us to the blind cleric. So, you blind them, standing about 15 feet away. They're going to... smile back, and they're going to shout. And as they shout, there is a burst from within their chest of these sparks that look almost like they're coming from a hammer on a hot piece of metal from a forge. And then they just suspend in air, and you see each grow these little fiery wings as they cast Spiritual Guardian. Or sorry, Spirit Guardians. And they're going to do it with Radiant Energy. There's a 15-foot sphere now around them that grows even brighter within the 30-foot sphere of their holy aura that seems to be full of these tiny little spirits. And are you within 15 feet? Yes, you
Yes.
are. So could I have...
I think everyone except Brenna.
I'm not. No, I'm
Brenna is-
technically here.
Eldred's not. Where are you?
I'm technically here because that's where I was when I was attacking this guy.
Still 15 feet.
Yeah, but yeah, just that's the.
So could I have everybody but Eldred make a Constitution saving throw, please? Or sorry, this is a Wisdom saving throw.
Even better.
That's good for me.
29.
This is against
That is a
magic, right?
save. Yes, this is against magic.
Correct. Ooh, all right, so that was a 9. 11.
11, that is a failure.
Nice. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that is a success. So, Brenna, you take 15 points of radiant damage. The two of you take 7 points of radiant damage.
Halved.
No, that 7 is
7
half.
is halved.
And then halved again because
Oh,
of the
because-
resistance.
Yes, halved again, so you have 3 points of radiant
Damn,
damage
you're
in
beefy.
total. Yeah, for real. You imagine that if you are standing in this, if you enter or you start your turn within this space, you're also going to continue to take damage from it. But that is his action. And then, as a bonus action, you see they touch their hand on their chest. They grab onto the rings that kind of form the central part of the plate mail. And they cast Harness Divine Power on themselves and regain a spell slot. That is Tradicum's turn. That brings us to the top of the order and to you, Rock.
Oh, 30 feet.
15 foot.
Rock, you are struck
That's-
by acid
have 20
damage.
foot.
You are struck by radiant damage, but this all rolls off your tough bear hide. You can see the Divine Sorcerer has just kind of like took off into the air, but there is this retreating Goliath that you know is like scum in the Modrock. This is an individual that is hated by most people.
Which one?
The one that is right in front of you.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, wait, I'm 10 feet away from him? Yeah, fuck it. I'll go after him.
Okay.
I can do whatever I want. I'm a bear. So,
I do
I'm
what I
gonna
want. When you're right, you're right.
go up to him and I'm gonna lay into this dude with my fucking bear attacks.
Go for it. Just remember, disadvantage.
Actually, yeah, no, that's why. I'm gonna go after the guy who cast the thing that is giving me disadvantage.
Which is
try
the
and
cleric.
fuck him up. So this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up to here, like diagonal space.
You have, he has,
I can-
you have
I'm gonna-
technically, it's a flat roll. Technically, you have 4 different advantages against him because he's blinded. I believe he is, oh, he's not flanked, so 3 different advantages against him.
Okay,
I'm glad this isn't 4E.
but it's flat
Yeah, flat.
because he has the effect from his things.
Correct.
Is that a magical effect? Like
It
from
is a magical
spell?
effect, yeah.
Okay. Is it from like a spell though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an ETH level spell called Holy Aura.
Ooh.
That's not great. So that's the first attack is 9.
What? A 9?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I rolled a 2 on
How
the
did you roll a
die.
40 and then also a 9?
That can't be right.
Yeah.
Oh no, because I
Should we get to add some numbies?
Did you add too many last time?
sorry, no, it's a 14.
14. Okay, that makes much more sense. That's a miss.
I mean, still horrible, but
He was laying right off the
Still
plate
bad,
now.
but it makes sense.
And then second attack, it's the bite versus claws
yeah.
throwing me off. That one's an 18 on the die, so I think that's a
That is a
third,
hit, yeah.
And that's gonna be. Does he need to maintain concentration on anything right now?
You don't know.
Because if he needs to, it's a disadvantage.
how furrowed is his brow?
Not extremely furrowed.
And that's 14.
Not furrowed from the spell, the whole spell that you're hoping to end.
14 points
Just
of
mad.
magical piercing
Okay.
bite.
So first, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Is it from a cast spell?
Yeah, it's from the divine guardian.
I have advantage.
The
The
against
spiritual
it.
guardians.
spiritual guardians.
Okay, I have advantage.
A lot of
against
cleric spells
cast
sound
by
the
people
same.
within 5 feet of me. And you said it was a wisdom save?
Yep.
think I have 3 different
That's
variations.
going to be a
Spirit Guardian.
14.
Okay, so that's a failure. So it's 11 damage halved by your resistance to 5 points. But then, no problem. You go in, you make your attacks.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to expend one of my spell slots to regain D8 of damage.
Very nice. All right. That is your turn, Rock.
Yes.
All
and
right.
I get max health back.
Brenna, as the magic just seeps into your veins and you are hasted, what would you like to do?
Brenna's like, "Arr!" And she's gonna go after the flying sorceress. How high up is she?
She's 30 feet up in the air.
Cool. I have currently 70 feet of fly speed, so go ahead and just put me right next to her.
Phenomenal.
All right. Nobody makes me bleed my own magic blood. Hit. Okay. Does extra attack stack with haste? I think it doesn't.
Yes,
but
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah,
Okay.
because
it says 1 weapon attack only, but some people decide that means that extra attack still counts. So I'll leave it up to you. Excellent numbies.
Oh, I forgot I had this too. Damn.
I'm looking at all my spells like, God damn it, there's so many.
I forgot that it still
haste
works.
haste gives you an extra attack action, I think.
Yeah, but only for 1 attack.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
specifically says
So
1 attack.
I think it's you get your attack, you get your hasted 1 attack, and then you get your extra attack.
Okay, so the first one is a 31.
31. That is a hit. Yes.
All right.
Oh no.
And then that's gonna be
Oh, no.
18 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then as I'm gonna do all the attacks first, but then I got a bonus action attack
Okay.
with the spikes as well. All right,
Your
so
next attack.
next attack is 26.
That
to
hits.
hit. For 16 points of slashing damage. This is all magical, by the way, if it matters. And then last attack, 23 to hit.
23. That absolutely hits. They are looking really rough.
Yeah, okay. So then 13 points of slashing damage.
Brenna, as you sail through the air, you feel this haste. You blink, and you are already upon them. They are looking down, still finishing casting prismatic spray. And in this last moment, as the rest of you are dodging away, and as these old people all just tumble down the stairs, you strike this person with the axe and are already 20 feet beyond them, and they spiral down. You see the divine right flickering like a lamp that is burning out, and then just goes cold as they hit the sand, falling 30 feet, and then just clump. You can hear bones breaking and everything like that.
Any chance that it looks like they were possibly directly over one of their allies?
No, they were technically 5 feet that way, but I just didn't want to
okay.
move everybody again.
So I have, you said she was 30 feet up?
Yeah.
So I have, a 45 more feet of movement.
Yeah.
I would like to, plummet down with my shoulder leading and use my bonus attack to use my spiked armor.
So if you're willing
on
to
the
take the
cleric.
damage, you can deliver that same falling damage to them, and you have resistance and everything, so it makes sense.
Yeah, okay. But with the extra spike attack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But you're stacking d6s of fall damage on top of that.
Amazing.
to
What
both
am I?
you and them.
And I want to do this on the blinded cleric. So
Ooh.
what am I rolling here? So
You
it's
have
a
advantage on the roll for sure.
Yeah.
So this is an attack. So it's a flat attack because still the disadvantage aura.
Right.
You are making a flat attack. However, the damage, in addition to whatever you normally would deal, is adding 3d6 to the amount.
okay. So that's a 19.
Okay. 19 is a hit.
3d6 and
Just
plus
barely.
the
Is a pizza pizza.
plus the d4. Okay.
This is dope,
8,
by the
9,
way.
10, 12, 13, 14. 14 points of 14 plus 9 is
Did he maintain
23 points of
concentration?
damage.
So far, yes.
Hang on. What?
23 points of damage.
23 points of damage.
Yeah. And if it matters, 11 of it is piercing, and the rest is the fall damage.
Okay. 11 is piercing, the rest is fall. I think
And then-
all of it does just the right amount.
Okay, and then what am I taking?
Yes, he
Just-
did make his concentration for Spirit Guardian.
And I'm taking the fall damage only, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's 8, 12, half to 6.
Okay.
Boom.
When you fall down and you kind of enter that area, you do enter into Spiritual Guardian. They need to repeat the saving throw for concentration.
It is at disadvantage because I have Mage Slayer.
Still maintains it. For your attack, it's a little bit harder. They're still going to maintain their concentration. And so can you make a wisdom saving throw, Brenna, as you are delivering the people's elbow?
Yeah. And this is against magic, right?
Yeah.
People what they want.
Ooh, natural 20, son.
Yeah!
For a total of 22.
10 points of damage, halved to 5, halved again to 2. You are easily able to just shrug off these little sparks as they just harmlessly bounce off your spiked armor. Yeah, there is cheering going on for sure. You just felt this person.
I'm so awesome.
Stalkvan is one of them. Stalkvan's like, yes!
Cool. But that is your turn, Brenna.
That is my favorite turn that I've ever had in D&D.
That brings us to Stalkvan. Stalkvan, from where you are, you engage in this combat, you blind this cleric, and then you look up as this tiny gnome, using the weight of the axe really to just drive the elbow down even harder, and these like spiked armor just collides like a missile of like flesh, hair, and metal into this individual. And they are just slammed into the ground. You can see like the spiritual guardians flicker and falter a little bit for a moment. They are still up. They are maintaining this spell. But anything for you, Stalkvan?
Stalkvan is just enjoying the like honor of fighting with Brenna on this field, and just seeing her like cause so much havoc and mayhem in one round. Stalkvan closes the distance.
Okay.
Bonus action to slam their hammer into the ground, and in 15-foot radius sphere, glowing runes appear and like crack the earth, and the glow is like from the fire of a furnace, and that activates their runic hammer. So their hammer glows with the same glow, and they just like bellow and bring their hammer down on top of fuckface.
Absolutely. Go ahead, make your attack roll. And then this is flat because this is disadvantage and advantage.
All right, so that's going to be 19 to hit.
19 is a meets it, beats it.
And we are going to make that. I never expect to hit. All right, so that is 8 equals. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and he is pushed back 5 feet.
Very nice. You absolutely push him back 5 feet. You deal the 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Anything else, Stalkvan?
That was my bonus action, my full action. No. I think
All
that was
around
all.
you from the sand, these glowing runes just shine
Actually,
out.
we'll just throw a divine strike on there, not because I think he'll take the damage, but because I want the flare of fire.
Yeah, sure, why not?
An additional 5 points of fire damage.
Only about half as effective as you would imagine it to be. Or, I guess, as effective as you thought.
I was gonna say he's not immune.
No, he's not immune.
I'm immune.
I'm immune too.
He's not as high level as you are. Fuck
you.
Stalkvan, your turn. You strike him with this hammer. You add the divine strike, and you can see your fire hurts him. It would never hurt you. That is your turn. That brings us to
Vindication.
Ernold, from where you are, you see Brenna fly up and just cleave the Dragonborn down from the sky before pummeling down into the dwarf with their spiked armor. What do you want to do?
He's gonna say, whoa, I guess I can see why my niece is a fan. Huh, there's a lot of pain going on that side of the field. I'm glad I'm over here. And he's gonna hunch over, put his hand around his back, and just walk a little bit this way, just to get a better angle. And then he's just gonna throw a firebolt at the Bearforge cleric.
Okay.
Does a, let's see, 22 hit?
22 hits.
All right, and then I have to roll some dice. Oh wow, those are bad rolls. 9 fire damage.
which is halved. It deals only 4 points of fire damage as it just kind of rolls off their armor.
Any chance it breaks our concentration? The 4 fire damage?
I don't think
Oh
so.
yeah, did I break concentration?
You did not know.
Oh damn. That would have been
You
so
never
cool.
know.
But Vincent,
Are you serious?
as he rolls a natural 1, this little firebolt breaks it. For what it's worth, though, before that happens, Cara, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Is he casting a spell?
He's not. No, this is from the previous turn when he walked in. When she walked into spiritual garden.
There's Kara's dice.
Ay.
There's Kara's dice. That's a natural 1.
Just 11 points of radiant damage when you entered in to deliver the strike.
That's fine.
But as you deliver this tiny little firebolt, you've cast 2 spells. One of them allowed Brenna to do what Brenna just did, and the second one barely touched this person, but it was like an arcane pressure point that just you knew would disrupt their magic. You're using the minimum amount of force for the maximum amount of effort, and you break that spell. The holy aura still up, still radiating for a full hour, is the aura. But that is your turn, Eldred? Or Ernold? God.
Yes.
Okay, Ernold. Hey, Ernold.
Stalkvan just
That
like
brings us
chuckles like
to Androma. So Androma now, with your back to them, is going to... they're going to drop the crossbow right in the sand, and they're going to yank a dagger out from their boot, and they're going to take an attack against you, Rock. This is an advantage. Is there anything that's giving them disadvantage?
I don't think so, but I have resistance.
Okay. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, because I'm a bear.
All right. So, give me 1 second. We gotta roll some dice.
Don't roll too many.
just a few.
I don't want you to strain yourself.
So first, as he stabs you, you take 34 points of piercing damage, halved to 17.
Yeah.
Then, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
This is I'm guessing this is for some poison
Yes,
effect.
it's poison.
All right. So sorry. I'm gonna write it down real quick. 17.
Yes.
Okay. Con save natural 20.
Natural.
Nice.
You
at
only
you
take
constitute there.
half of 48 points of poison damage. So 24, 12.
Okay.
But they are able to stab you, take that kind of thing, and then as a bonus action, they are going to disengage.
As a reaction, I am going to use my I forget what it's called, but it lets me negate. As a reaction, I reduce damage dealt to me by 1d12.
Stone's endurance.
Yeah, stone's endurance.
Very nice. Using that Goliath power to just break some of that damage across your skin. That is Adroma. That brings us to Ro. So Ro watches the Dragonborn gown, and she's just gonna, wasn't fast enough. She's gonna turn, kind of take a look at this entire battlefield. They see Brenna. They see Brenna do what Brenna just did. They're gonna,
Oh no, not from the back.
no, they're not. They're gonna go away from Brenna. That was not a good time for them.
Oh, I keep messing up names.
They're gonna try to get a little bit more behind Rock.
I just used
around.
I just used my reaction anyway.
Yeah.
So
But as they glide over there, they're going to take 3 attacks against you. Alright, that's cocked. The lowest of them is going to be a 14 to hit.
is that against?
I'm so sorry. Is that against me?
No, this is against Rock.
Oh, are they ranged attacks?
No, melee attack, so it's Ro who's right over there.
I'm in this square. So she.
So you are a large creature.
Oh, I am
Because you're a
large.
big-
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So,
that I was
yes.
physically
It's the
like
stat,
large.
it's on the stat block, I think.
Oh yeah,
But,
sorry.
yeah, so
Okay. So yeah,
Absolutely
that's
takes the
a
attack.
hit. Yeah.
okay,
I'm
and then an
bare
18
armor.
is a critical, so you take 1 hit, 1 critical hit.
Oh, those barons.
The first one is going to be just 20 points of slashing damage.
Have.
Yes, slashing damage. And then the next one is nothing, with only, the critical is only 14 points of slashing damage, half to 7.
Oh, damn, though, that does just barely take me out of my bear form.
Hey, it just pops you right out of your bear form.
Now I'm warmed up.
You just appear. This Goliath, as the bear form kind of sinks in, all the fur just becoming skin. But that is Ro. That brings us to the Forge Cleric. So their concentration broken by the fire bolt of all things is going to...
Really? Really, though?
And they're... Oh. And they get a save from blindness at the end of their turn, right? Mm-hmm. 17?
Nope.
All right.
Still
they're
blind.
Still blind. And so they are going to blindly take out one of their axes, which just radiates with radiant energy, and they're going to slash blindly out at you, Brenna. Mm-hmm. This is a disadvantage, but with their aura, it is just a flat attack. Mm-hmm. God, I'm rolling like shit. That is going to be 21 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. With a
Even
21,
with your 2D AC.
as a bonus action, they're going to pump Divine Eminence into this, and they're going to use a 7th level spell slot to do so. Give me 1 second here. Let me roll.
You don't have to do that. That's okay.
No, but it's good to do.
Could I see this spell being cast?
Yeah, you can.
Can I counterspell it?
Oh, wait, which one is it? Is the
Cleric.
guy right next to me?
Yeah.
Oh, he, oh no, because I used my reaction.
Oh, yeah.
So, Brenna, you are going to take 5 points of slashing damage.
Halved already, or no?
No, so half to 2. Plus,
So I'm gonna try to counterspell that. Can I try to counterspell that? Like, is it a spell that I can see that he's doing?
it's
with
expending a spell. It's channel divinity, I think, right?
Oh,
That's how that
okay.
works for Divine Eminence.
Yeah.
Divine Eminence.
Yeah. Oh, you might not have that because you're...
But I think it is the channel divinity.
Yeah, I-
Oh, if it's not a
subclass.
spell, then never mind. I don't think I can do that then.
They convert a spell slot into extra damage, a la Smite, but you wouldn't be able to counterspell Smite, I don't think. So,
Divine Strike. I
Spend
have
the spell
Divine
slot to
Strike,
gain
which
an
is
ability.
different.
yeah, this is a different thing. I don't think they have Divine Strike. But for Divine Eminence, they channel this energy in. Brenna, that is going to be 44 points of radiant damage. Are you resistant to that? Okay, so 44 points of radiant damage as it slams into you. They strike, and you can hear they roar in Dwarvish, and you know that they are chanting the Dawnfather's name, but that is their turn. That brings us to the top of the round and to Rock. Rock, you are back to being a Goliath.
Cool.
the best weapons.
So I'm going to absolutely. Oh yes. My bad. I'm going to lay into this this cleric here while his back is turned.
Okay.
And so this is going to be attacks at advantage with my magical sword now.
At disadvantage, though? So flat?
Flat.
Okay.
And the first one is going to be a critical. because
Very
I have that
nice.
20 for crits, which
Very
means
nice.
also
Roll them
that-
brutal dice.
Damn, this is going to be a lot for this boy. Because, hold on, I have another feat for this with my great weapon.
And it's a +1 magical weapon.
It's a +1. Okay, cool. That's good to know.
So many tabs open.
So much shit with this.
I also have many tabs. We all have many tabs.
No, I just have one because
Except for
Tabs on the
a
Brenna.
straight barbarian is just hit.
Improved critical,
That's
so
so
the
many pieces of
19
paper.
makes it a hit. And then, let's see.
Just out there killing the forest.
He has disadvantage
As
on
wizards do.
the saving throw to maintain his concentration. I am reducing his speed by 10 because it's going to be slashing damage. He also is getting grievously wounded because it's a critical. So until the start of his next turn, he has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
So just flat.
Unless he...
Well, he's already blinded.
I know. We're adding modifiers and unmodifiers, but
Did he
because
save his concentration still?
it's not a concentration
it's the
spell.
concentrations
Yeah.
for the Spirit Guardian.
Spirit Guardians was knocked out.
Yeah.
By Firebolt. and somebody who is a cleric of the forge.
So, and then that's gonna be.
Got him right in the eye, I think.
I need to borrow some dice for this.
What you need?
Stalkvan at first didn't like you, but now likes you. You understand.
Oh, this is a lot of damage dice. I
Do
need
it.
46.
I have 4 right here.
And
Okay.
just one more actually. All right, so that's.
This fur is going all over the place.
It's so good though.
I'm sure it's not real, so it's gonna start coming out really quick. But
Yeah, it's good that it's not real.
yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, Peeta's gonna come throw paint on you.
Yeah, I bet they would do that anyways. It don't make a lot of sense.
They really don't.
So that's gonna be 38 plus 1. Right?
We just lost our contingent of fans who love Peeta.
Yeah, I know.
Plus 2 for the rage. So that's 42 points
Okay.
of slashing damage, and he's grievously wounded and can move less than his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yeah,
until
no
the start of
worries.
next turn.
You rush forwards from becoming a bear, and you burst into this person from behind. You're
Second
able to
attack.
cleave right behind on their kind of ankle. That cuts right through the armor. You could see they almost drop down to a knee. They roar out in pain. And then the second attack, go for it.
That's going to be, I believe, a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Actually, it was more, but yeah. And that's going to be... 18 points of slashing damage.
With 18 points of slashing damage, for the first time in this entire combat, suddenly you feel invigorated as this holy aura flickers out, because they are dropped to 0 health and they fall unconscious as you almost drop them to their knees and then actually do.
Cool. I think I have another thing.
When you have three class multi-class.
So wait, what'd you do so far in this?
things.
You did-
So many
I used
things.
my action
attack.
to attack.
Yeah.
I have to check because I'm pretty sure with Great Weapon Fighter, there's something where if I reduce a creature to
I think in
0.
the
Minus
future,
5
if
to the
you're,
roll for plus
if you're
10
gonna
to the
take it
damage.
Yeah.
till the day of to make your character, probably
Well, no,
go with
this
a
is
fighter.
just all of the.
I think it's a cleave, but there's nothing else around
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
But then so then I'm just gonna go over and bonus attack, the one that tried to. Actually, no, I'm gonna go over to this guy because he's scum of the earth.
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I'm doing that too.
All the Goliaths converge.
Fuck you in particular. You suck.
Go for it.
You were a hero, but then you
Are you
stole
raging?
stuff.
Yes.
He's probably
But you
got
got
a
sneak
very
attack?
innocent, rich backstory. Maybe he's like Jean Valjean.
Nah. That's Sylvester
Yeah, no
Stallone.
worries. No worries.
I don't have sneak attack.
Yeah. I got confused where the bonus damage came from the bear.
All right. That's 10 on the die. That's gonna be 21 to hit,
21 absolutely hits.
or 22 because the plus 1.
No more.
And that's gonna be. That's. 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay. They are starting to look a little hurt, but looking better, much better than their two
gonna
down
say,
patrons.
Honorless scum!
Okay. You step up, you say honorless scum. Half of their team is now on the ground, but that is your turn, Rock. That brings us to you, Brenna.
All right. Well, I also am going to be like, now that the casters are taken care of, she's going to turn around and be like, and she's going to come over here and flank the guy that we hate, which gives advantage, right?
Absolutely.
Sue, and then flipping her axe around. Oh, and I should say for flavor, She's flying maybe about an inch or two off the ground, so anytime she moves anywhere, her legs don't move. She's just like,
Yeah, sure. And the sand is just.
yeah.
Right,
It's
yeah.
so cool looking. She's been practicing. And then, okay, so flanking the guy, she's gonna be like, yeah, scum, brother, to bear guy over here. All right, 2 attacks. 3 attacks. I'm hasted.
Yeah.
That one's cocked. Okay, so first attack is going to be a 30 to hit.
That hits.
For 19 points of damage.
Very nice.
Second one is going to be a 19 to hit
19 hits.
for 13 points of damage. Third attack is going to be 30 to hit.
Yep.
For max damage, 24 points of damage.
Jeez.
And then, as a bonus action, she's gonna chest bump him with the spiked armor for an additional 3 plus 12 points of damage.
12
And that
points
one's
of
piercing in case it matters.
It doesn't for this, but this individual, you could see they were hurt. They took one attack. They didn't look like they were feeling any pain whatsoever. And then after that, they are almost on death's door. You can see they're like limping. They barely get away from this onslaught. They look one direction. There's Rock. The other direction is Brenna. They look a little panicked now, but that is your turn, Brenna.
Yeah, and as a free action, she's gonna be like, stealing is wrong!
Okay, free action. From behind you, you could hear this little gnome in the stands go, yeah, you tell him, Brenna! But that is your turn. That brings us to Stalkvan.
No one gets my name right.
Sorry.
Then.
Stalkvan just like proffers the hammer towards asshole and just shouts, "Stealing is wrong!" And I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
It's pretty good. That is going to be 24.
Fuck. Damn it. Well, they take half damage.
That's a lot of damage. That's some
So
numbers.
many
Ooh,
sixes.
holy guacamole.
So we have 10, 18 points of radiant damage.
As this is happening, you can see they see you hold out your hammer and they step to the right. And you can see that you are about to shoot straight at them and it would go right over their shoulder and hit this little gnome right behind them in the stands.
Oh no, it's a vertical column. It comes down.
Evasion. And so they take no damage as you are unable to really sink the damage home on them.
But it doesn't hit anybody else, surely.
No, it doesn't. But for flavor, that is why it misses.
Got it. Okay.
They take 0% damage?
Evasion. Rogue. The worst part about this
Barbarian.
person is the fact that they profess to be a barbarian, but they are not.
Yeah.
And there's an additional 14 points of fire damage just because I want to say all my numbers.
Okay, yeah, no problem. All that damage doesn't happen, but it's there. Your turn. Anything else?
F in the chat for
I'm
Cara.
looking at my bonus actions right now.
I'm gonna try so hard to watch this when it's live so that I could put an F in the chat.
Same. So many Fs.
No, I it's only 2 weapon fighting and
Okay.
everything else is a leveled spell.
No worries, that is your turn.
Oh, he was
Stalkvan.
so good at
That
stealing
brings us
because he's
to
a
you,
barbarian.
Ernold.
It's not even a rogue variant. He's just a
Oh, it looks like the others have the situation under control here.
So cute.
I'll just lob another firebolt at that last rogue.
Okay, go for it.
Does a 23
Yes,
hit?
23 hits.
Alright, let's just roll some fire damage. 17 fire damage.
he's doing this.
As you strike, I don't want to look at Cara. You can see this rogue evades this attack. There's a burst of radiant fire in the sand, and they look up, and you can see this individual. Their last words before they are taken out by this firebolt are, "You missed," and then the swords But you absolutely finish off. They only had 2 hit points left.
Nice.
But no problem. These
that one.
firebolts deadly. Surgical precision. Anything else?
He's just
Ernold.
gonna walk with his hand on his back towards just the middle of the arena, just to
His back
feel like he
hurts.
was here and involved.
No problem. You can see one of the elderly people has been revived. They're up there and like leaning on the railing. They're cheering for you.
I wave.
Excellent. That is your turn. That brings us to Philbasher's down. That brings us to Ro, the only person who is left. So she is going to say,
So much
well, I didn't like him really very much either, but he was on my team. And she's going to cross over behind you, Rock. Oop.
and knock him down.
And with a shout of defiance, she is going to take 3 attacks against you. And as she does, with the first one, she is going to attempt a disarming strike by using one of her superiority die.
Is that what is it, a strength save?
Well, so first it's 29 to hit, which
29
definitely
is a hit.
is going to
Yeah.
hit. As a 19 on the dice, that is going to be a critical. And so first, let me do everything in order here. That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage as triple ones on all 3 of these. I know, that's brutal.
That hurts so much.
It's halved because it's slashing.
Yeah. And then the second one is a natural 1. And so swings around, kind of lops this longsword again, and then swings too hard, kind of strikes off of this giant implement that you're holding, and the reverberations makes the longsword ricochet out of her hands and into the dirt. She is going to use her bonus action to retrieve this, look at you, just grit her teeth, and just go, oh, this is so frustrating! And she's going to action surge and take 3 more attacks against you.
It's just like you feel bad.
All right, one is an 18 on the dice, that's 28 and a critical. And the other is going to be a 21.
21's a miss.
The sword just
the other is
sticks in
gonna
your
be a
shoulder, and you're
27.
like, eh?
27's a hit.
Okay, so on the non-critical
sword.
first, that is going to be 13, 17 points of slashing damage halved to 8. And then from the critical, still not great. That is going to be 12 points of slashing damage, half to 6.
Wow.
With a full 6 points of that all crit on 18 or up. Still not able to do a tremendous amount of damage, is Rhodesia. But that is her turn. That brings us to the top of the round and to Rock.
Get him. Get her.
So after all these little like piddling hits and the guy getting destroyed in front of Rock, I'm just gonna like turn around and then big grin on my face. My turn. And reckless attack for the first attack. That's gonna be a natural 20.
Natural 20. She will riposte and as a reaction expend a superiority dice to make an attack against you as well. But we'll resolve that after. she's still
Okay.
up.
So the first attack is gonna be -10 to the thing,
Oh, it's
and grievously
10 plus
wounded,
5.
so attacks at disadvantage until the end of my next turn for all attacks. Ooh, it's not great on the dice for the damage though.
Wow, that's
That's the worst damage
that's
dice.
another F in the chat.
So
all
that's
those
4.
Yeah, well, I have my axe can cast so we're gonna bust
Only 12 points of damage.
Okay.
But then next attack, that's gonna be, I believe, a 26 to hit.
That hits.
27 to hit. And then that's gonna be another. That's better on the dice. That's more than the other one. That's 18 slashing damage.
Very nice.
And then bonus action, I think I'm just gonna... Oh, actually, you know what? They just did it to me. I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Okay, between the axe and surge, she does take that riposte attack.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
I think she has
It's at a
disadvantage,
disadvantage, though, because
Because of
grievously
True.
wounded.
That matters. That's only a 13.
That misses.
Very nice. That grievous wound.
And I'm gonna hit her 2 more times, and then my bonus action. That's gonna be another crit.
Very nice.
19.
Oh, she's double.
Another 12 points of damage.
Oh
He's out of here.
rolled
It's
2
the same.
ones.
It's the same amount of damage on the crit. She's
Phenomenal.
also grievously wounded again,
Nice.
if possible.
So
Yeah,
grievous.
so it's an additional 10 feet of movement.
She's like General
Okay.
Grievous.
She's going to move 15 feet right now.
General.
Don't you get to reroll?
Oh, I
1
do
through
get to
2?
reroll dice.
If you-
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna reroll
You have
those.
That weapon style.
Okay, so that means that that's 6 damage
you,
instead.
Rose
So add an extra
Justice.
Attorney Vincent.
4 damage,
Okay.
and then for the first time, it's adding an extra 5 damage.
Okay.
No, you double it too.
Oh, so double
10.
that, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Action surge.
action surge, attack the next time. That's another critical.
That's an illegible dice.
That's the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Is
like
that a
little
crack?
hand
Yeah, it's like
dragon
a
or
little
something?
hand.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah. But yeah, it was like weird. So, alright.
Whenever I get those dice, I can never tell if it's a 1 or is 20. It's like really hard to tell.
They usually put the special symbols on the
that's
20,
Yeah.
8, so 16.
unless it's an insult of some sort.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Damn, that's
5 slashing, and it's another
Oh, I need
grievous
a damn that's
wound,
crazy
so
Nat
now
one dice.
minus 30 movement. And final attack with the bonus action to just do a regular bonus action attack. That's another natural 20.
It's another natural 20.
Holy
so go
shit.
ahead,
My
roll damage.
God.
Where are these rolls in the main campaign?
I know, right?
That's
They're given disadvantage because of swords.
Right. Swords.
that's 26 more points of slashing damage, and I think that now that's another minus 10 to movement speed.
They're at -5 movement speed total, and they're at 0 hit points. As you are able to strike them ferociously, returning this barrage of small attacks with much larger ones of your own. You are able to reduce them down to the ground, and when you look around, there are only the 4 of you standing. The spotlights kind of radiate out over the crowd, and for the moment, you have won. But you can see that you, Farron, kind of gestures for the crowd to die down, and there is palpable excitement that is now roaming through.
Predator handshake!
In the stadium, you can see on all 4 sides, there is at least one figure. You saw one of them move to help the elderly folks, but there are 4 individuals wearing black, dark kind of cloaks, or 3 of them, and then one who is wearing red. And you can see all 4 of those individuals seem to be kind of moving and beginning to chant. And Eupharion, this elf, is going to rise up and hold their hand up. And as the audience dies down a little bit, they say, "Now, these heroes will have the opportunity to add yet another feat to their list of accomplishments. House Eupharion and those associated have taken great lengths to find an entity that could push such exceptional people to their limits. The rules for this round are simpler still. Banish this beast from our world by the might of your magic and steel, allowing all of us to sleep soundly this night. Do this and gain the title Glory Seeker." And then from this like really quiet crowd, you hear this one loud voice, "And the other thing, Brenna!" With a minor pause and annoyance, and then, "And all associated prizes." They step back, and all at once, you see there is this big kind of dark circle that has been forming over the top. And as these 3 figures begin to chant, the chanting rises, becomes louder than 4 figures should be able to chant. You see a dark circle kind of emerge right in the center of this ring. And then growing a humanoid shape that first seems almost man-like, but you see hooved feet, and they grow to 10 feet tall, to 15 feet tall. Let me get a visual perspective.
Do we have preparatory time?
You do not.
Damn. That's crazy.
Short rest.
Wait, so the dead guys are still just dead there?
There's 3 that are dead. There's one that is up.
Any chance I could do something in that
Whoa!
6 seconds before?
Yeah!
I just want to.
I love this mini. I
Nice.
love this monster too. It's such a good design.
This is
We're not
happening
out of
like as
combat.
part of the flow. So
Okay.
yeah, not really. There's not a preparatory.
This is
round
the
for
lair
round two.
action.
Yeah, that was me asking if I could cast a
And
spell.
as this massive creature just emerges, you can see towering over the battlefield, their head level with the highest level of this arena. Because it is a good halfway point, this is where we're going to step away for a break, and then we'll begin the main fight of this one shot. Yeah. But thank you for joining us for this game. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Appetite.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our original one-shot Axe, Wolf, and Woe. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and most, and I am certainly not filibustering for time, while my players, who are all very responsible and know how to count to 10, can get to their seats in a timely fashion. I would never do that because
We're not
everybody's
live.
here. Yeah, but I have to do way less editing if I actually follow the breaks.
Fair enough.
So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. Let's just jump right back into this adventure. For all of you, you can see this towering creature now rising up, and you can see as part of their summoning, as they rise into this space, they look about this arena. You see this eyeless face yawns open with this huge mouth that seems to just open into the cosmos themselves, and they exhale this big, and you can see this dark breath just roll out like fog and crawl into the bodies of the combatants around this field.
Oh no.
I like and dislike.
Uh-oh, he went to get more things. That's too many things. Go put those away.
Stuff keeps coming off. All right, right here.
Are their bodies still there, or is it?
Bodies are still.
Are they gonna suck out souls or something? No. I like those guys.
You see these shadowy figures.
There's only one of them I know.
Seem to actually emerge from the body itself.
I don't like that.
Soul's getting sucked.
Okay. And as these shadows rise up around you, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and
Baby.
natural 20.
Ooh,
I came
hate
close.
That, Joe.
Yeah.
Love that for me.
I got a 19. I'm so pissed off.
We have a much more staggered initiative for Cara.
All right. Anybody with a
Casters.
natural 20? 25 to 20.
23.
23 for Rock. Anybody 20 to 15?
Wait, sorry. 22 for Brenna.
22
I
for
was
Brenna.
mapping.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
Oh dear.
8. Okay, 8 for Stalkvan.
4 is not
Yeah.
15, 15, and 10.
I was
And
playing it
then
up
4
so I could
for
save some
Ernold.
time.
Throw up your 4s. 4s?
So the
a joke
way
solely
that
for Vincent.
this works out,
We don't want
at the very top of the round, the ancient Nightcrawler is going to go, or Nightwalker is going to go first. Then we're going to have Rock at 23, Brenna at 22, Stalkvan at 8, 5, the Shadows will go,
Oh no!
and then Ernold at the very end at 4 is going to go.
Oh dear.
Go ahead and change our music as we drop into combat.
It's got some heavy metal going.
I was going to do our classic kind of. This was first used for Zera. But,
That one.
yeah,
I like that one.
me too. It's I try to save it for good fights. So we are going to begin with this Nightwalker. As it rises up, it calls to the shadows, and the shadows respond in turn. Then it is going to take a single step forwards, and as this big hoof lifts and then lands, it's going to step forwards and activate its aura of annihilation.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And just cross over to
Yep.
you, Stalkvan. You're the first one in line.
Hi.
With the annihilating aura, as you feel it just kind of whelm over you, anybody who starts within 30 feet of this creature is likely taking necrotic damage. There is a save to have this, but it is brutal. They step forwards, they loom over top you, and you feel in your soul there is this chilled feeling because there is this entity beyond life and death. This is a being of negative energy. And they are going to look down at you, and they are going to make a multi-attack using Enervating Focus twice.
Is this a spell?
It is not. They reach down with one massive arm, and they try to just grab you by the head.
Oh no, you need that.
That is a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay,
boy.
so then a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Cleric. We need her.
That's that is an unfortunate 16.
Okay, so first, as the first strike hits, you take 36 points of necrotic damage.
Ow!
And you fail on your Constitution saving throw, which means your maximum is reduced by the same amount.
How much?
That is 31 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, no.
This reduction lasts until you finish a long rest.
No.
That is the first attack.
No.
Second attack is only going to be a 31 to hit.
Fuck off.
A 31. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. That's much better. That's a 28.
So you take 20 points of necrotic damage, but your hit point maximum is not reduced by half.
Okay.
And that is their first turn. You see they loom over top. They just grabbed you once, squeezed a little tighter to make this damage sink in, and then they just let you go. You feel the shadows all around you begin to turn and focus in on you. You feel almost marked. But that is that creature's turn. That brings us to Rock. Brenna, you're on deck.
Yeah.
Still raging?
Yeah, still raging. Battle is just continuing straight through.
Can I wild shape bonus action while
I
raging?
don't believe so.
I'm almost positive you can't do that. So sorry.
Okay. In which case, then...
That's what this forest druid's for.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Okay.
You can rage during wild shape, but you can't wild shape during rage.
Yeah, okay. So I have to drop out of rage first before I go back into it. Okay. I'm gonna then just go on ahead and turn around and be like, ha 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 ha. Rage. Do I get
Love that
flanking
energy.
if I go to here against this thing?
If this is a creature that can flank, yes, you can flank this creature.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna flank and then make a bunch of attacks against this thing. With my I don't have to reckless attack. First one, ooh, not great. That's gonna be, I believe, an 19.
19. That is a hit.
Oh, all right. So first attack is gonna be pretty good on the damage.
It's the first time I've ever had 2 rows for health before for a creature.
Oh, look at that. No.
So, okay, cool. That's gonna be
He's a shit ton of health.
18 slashing for the first attack.
This is magical, correct?
Yes.
Does the full amount that you would expect?
Or sorry, 19 because it's the +1.
Full amount that you'd expect still.
And that's going to be higher than the previous with a 26 to hit.
That hits.
27 to hit. And that's going to be only 13 points of slashing damage for the second attack.
Still the full amount. Anything else?
Bonus action. I'm gonna drop. No, I'm not gonna drop out of my rage yet. I'm gonna bonus action. Second wind.
Okay. You center yourself, giving yourself just a little bit more vitality after that first round. Anything else? Rock.
That is it for me.
Alrighty, that brings us to Brenna. Stalkvan, you're on deck.
Dope. Brenna is going to fly up here. Am I still hasted?
Yeah.
She's gonna kind of fly up like behind her.
How long does haste last? It's like 10 minutes.
minute.
Right?
It's a minute.
Okay.
It's like
If you
10
just
rounds.
let me know
Yeah.
if you drop it. It's fine.
Yeah, you will need to know because you'll be retired
You'll be
for a round.
Damn,
exhausted
that's right.
for one round.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Okay. So what she's gonna do? She's gonna fly up behind him and angle herself so that a 60-foot line is gonna hit him and only him. So like angled up, so it goes through him and then like
Got
over
you
the stands.
out of the arena.
Over the
like,
stands,
sure,
not
sure,
through
sure.
anybody. And okay, so she's gonna do that first. And so he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Let's see, DC 15. Alright, that is going to be a 23.
that passes, so he takes half of 68, and he's not blinded. Now this is radiant damage. Does it do? Does it?
Does the regular amount that
Does
you
it hit
expect?
good? Okay. That's a mat. Look at that.
Oh no.
3 1s, 2 2s, and an 8.
Oh no.
Yikes. Okay, so 3, 7. So 15 halved to 7 points of radiant damage. And then, disappointed by that, she's gonna use her bonus she's gonna use the rest of her move and her bonus action to elbow him in the back of the head.
Yeah, go for it. Is this magical damage?
The armor spike, I suppose not.
Okay.
I unless you can think of a reason why it
No,
is.
I can't.
Okay, so then, oofy doofy. All right, that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's dink. 11 points of piercing damage.
Which is halved, as it
Yeah.
is non-magical, to 5.
Yeah.
So you casted a spell, you did your bonus action attack, right?
Yes, and the move is pretty much tapped out at this point, and that's
What'd you do
still
with your
have-
haste action?
Yeah, you still have haste action.
oh hell yeah, hit. Thank you for the reminder. 19?
19 is a hit.
Nice. Okay, and this is magical.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 19 points of magical slashing.
Very nice. This is a full amount that you'd expect. Anything
Dope.
else, Brenna?
That's it.
All right. You wail into this person. You stay up at their head height, dealing damage. You fire this radiant beam. You see, like, the crowd, even though it's not going to hit them, they can't, like, tell that. And so they just, like, dive to either side. Yeah. But absolutely, for anybody else in Nocturne, they see this beam of light just beam out through the Courtyard of Glory, out and just poof, into, like, the ceiling. That is your turn, Brenna. That brings us to Stalkvan, and then the shadows.
Stalkvan shouts, "Cover your eyes!" And it up into the air. A brilliant sunlight flashes in a 60-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose, his head. And that would be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
From
Constitution saving throw.
Sunburst.
from everyone or just him? Or?
From everyone in a 60-foot radius.
Okay, so everybody go
boy.
ahead. First, this guy. It's con save.
Yep.
Okay, so
That is above 30.
Do we have resistance
for the
because
shadows.
we're raging?
It's gonna be radiant
it's
damage.
strength.
no, that's strength. Yeah. Oh,
Do they get advantage because I warned them?
Do they don't speak common? The other people?
no.
Us.
Is that
the
part of
allies.
spell?
No, I just warned them.
You all are like, what? Oh! She gets you right in the face.
I got a
But
14.
Fuck.
Whoa.
Sorry, everyone.
No, that's okay. It's worth it.
For the shadows, the highest that they roll,
You're gonna be blinded though.
it's a con save.
Yep.
The highest one is only going to be a 16.
Beautiful.
So all 4, I believe, are blinded.
That is correct.
Totally worth it.
Nice.
And then failures take full, and successes take half,
Okay.
and that is 40 points of radiant damage.
Okay. 40 points of radiant
Halved.
damage.
60 feet
Halved for you. Yeah.
60 feet radius.
radius.
So yes, you.
For the one that failed, that actually deals 80 points of radiant damage. As they are just... And you could hear this high-pitched shriek as the soul is just set free. All of the other shadows... Still enough, even though they succeed, to destroy each of them with this vulnerability to
Hell
radiant.
yeah.
You just burst them, and you see the bodies in the arena relax just a little bit easier. But no worries, that is your turn.
Dope.
Do
Stalkvan?
they still have souls, or?
Man, who knows?
I know. I'm
Damn.
concerned.
Damn.
Anything else?
Stalkvan. Da, 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 da.
That brings us to the shadows. The shadows all annihilated by that magical power. That brings us to Ernold at the bottom of the round.
Okay. Can you tell me more about this blindness effect?
You are blinded for 1 minute.
For 1 minute? Is there any way to save?
You are blinded for 1 minute.
Ooh.
You can save if you can speed time up.
Would lesser
I'm hasted.
restoration work? Would lesser restoration work?
So if it would end the blind condition, yes, that would
Yes.
work.
So that is part of my plan.
Yeah, lesser restoration.
See, I will first say, oh dear, I can't see. I should have not looked like she said. I have to figure out what spells I can cast without vision, so I just
Feel bad for all the spectators.
need a moment.
Do you want to hold your
I
action?
mean, 60 feet, that's the whole ring, essentially. Everybody, well, you know what? Let me roll.
Just a luck check for the spectators.
Yeah,
Just to
right.
see what's the percentile.
Because they were already looking away from the sunbeam.
Yeah, like
Surely that matters.
What is your DC?
18.
18.
damn. That's a pretty high AC for.
I think they should
spectators.
get advantage because they're already covering their eyes from
But
the
they're
sunbeam.
And Stalkvan told them to cover their eyes.
They're spectators.
But it's only
They
been a few
spectate.
seconds.
Of approximately 120 people in range of this, there is 20 people who are still watching the action. Everybody else is like blinded.
They're
There are
worthy!
freaks. And there are a few people, two of whom are your Goliath allies, are like cheering. Eupharion is fine. The Warlock is fine. You can see they actually have a gnome in like a blue petticoat behind them. They are fine. But many of the spectators blinded for much of the fight that they paid a lot of money for.
Blessings from the Forge!
Polymorph myself, would I still be blinded?
Technical
Afterwards.
That's a
difficulties.
great question. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
And this is just. Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second.
If polymorph
And you
cures
know which spell I'm
blindness.
actually at.
If polymorph still blind? 5e?
We're still blind.
If
5e
polymorph-
is a great search.
Like, I'm trying to figure out if the blindness is like I don't know.
Yeah, if like the new eyes are not blind.
Yeah.
No, you would not be blinded anymore because you get the senses of that creature.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna say out loud, you know, not many people have met Agaristo and get to live to tell about it, but I think it's your lucky day, you all. And then he is going to cast Shape Change, and he is going to. Yeah. Oh no, this knot is too good.
I'm so sorry.
Help me.
He is old. There's like bone breaking
I ruined
sounds.
your big moment.
You did.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The whole rest of the round, Eldridge's like, just fiddling.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a tiefling.
Oh, look at him go.
No.
He's a ram.
Oh,
Some Balgura.
Whoa.
No, he's actually huge, I believe.
He is huge.
I just don't have a Belgura.
And he
No way.
looks like this.
Yes, he is quite large. That's just the closest
Oh,
mini
that's
that
so
I had.
good.
Alright,
You don't rise up
Goristo.
as tall as the Nightwalker. You go up to about their shoulders, but still massive
Wow,
are
that's cool.
Stalkvan's just like,
Are you still concentrating?
I am now concentrating on shape
Okay,
change, so
so-
you are gonna not be able to take any actions for
That's
the
okay.
next turn.
you. So you become this
Can I still do bonus
huge
action?
creature, this fiendish demon of chaotic evil. You had last seen this creature, Ernold, when you had freed many of the prisoners who were trapped in the Halls of Atonement after Kienscale's siege on the dwarven citadel of Kol Taram. But here you are using the shape change spell to take on the form of this creature. You now like roar. There is screaming. People are confused. People are blind, and they hear this roar and they feel the stomp. But no problem. Anything else, Ernold?
Alright, so I'm pretty sure that is my action, so I can't do anything as a new creature yet, right?
Correct.
Alright, so that I am.
you're
done.
just beauty.
Okay. You can labyrinthine recall if you want. So that brings us to the top of the round and to the Nightwalker and their lair actions.
Oh.
So looking around, you can see the head turns, and then they flick one of their massive hands out towards the fallen crowd in the elderly folks' home. And in the stands,
I just realized that's why you didn't want to change your red shirt.
sorry,
It's like,
Yeah,
why
the
don't you just
Goristo
put
is
it?
like red
He's a
fur
red boy.
all over. with
And that's
ankle.
why you've got the. Oh.
oh no, more spooky ghosts. Oh, the souls.
the elderly folks, only going to bring up 3 actually because one of them got revived by the cleric.
Hey, I'm okay.
3 shadows just rise up around, and the Nightwalker just turns their attention, and given everything that happens, they turn to you, Brenna.
Hello.
There's no face, but you feel them just regarding you. So first, they are going to...
You're not blinded, right? You're blinded. Yeah. Okay.
reach out towards you and attempt to just grab you in a massive hand. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Is this casting a spell?
It is not. It's a spell-like ability, though.
I think it's only for spells.
I get advantage on wisdom saving those against magic, so
Yeah,
it's
I
a
would
no
say,
thing.
I would
Yeah.
say this works, yeah.
All right, cool. That's going to be an 18.
That is a failure. So, you are going to take...
Oh, maybe I'll fall. Yeah.
28 points. 1 second here. 28 points of necrotic damage, and you are frightened. Are you immune to frightened? All right. As this creature touches you, you become frightened, and you are so terrified by this creature, you also become paralyzed until the end of this frightened condition.
Shades of
Oh,
the
wait,
fight
you're
against
blinded.
Zysters.
Yeah.
You're
So,
already blinded, so you can't see it. Does that affect it?
This ends at the end of the Nightwalker's last turn. No, it doesn't have to be seen.
so it doesn't matter because I can't move anyway.
This is a feature from the Nightwalker called Finger of Doom, which is ironic because we also had Finger of Death last night.
Yeah.
But Finger of Doom, you feel this terror flood your heart. You are gasping for breath. Suddenly, the haste spell ends, and everything is terrible. But that is their turn. That brings us to Rock.
Okay. So,
There's a ring in there.
still raging, right? How many
Yeah.
rounds are we at this point?
I believe you are 4 rounds into your rage.
Okay. So I still have a good amount. I'm gonna...
5 rounds into your rage, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna reposition myself such that I still have advantage.
Okay.
Running through the legs, presumably.
Yeah,
Something like
sure.
that. And I'm gonna just reckless attack. Not reckless attack, regular attack because
Okay.
I get advantage. That's gonna be the first attack. Critical hit.
One thing, so I've been letting you guys get off a little easy. Can you make a con save at the start of your turn?
Oh, okay. That is a 24.
24 is a success. And so though you are in the annihilating aura of this creature,
Oh, right.
you
Yeah.
do not take full damage from this. You don't even take any damage. And you imagine if you had fallen victim to this, they also would have had advantage on attacks against you.
I know,
But
that's fine.
no problem. You are able to enter the aura.
Okay, and then that was a critical hit, so grievously wounded.
Right down me.
It has disadvantage on all attacks, and it's minus 10 feet of movement to reduce speed.
Because if I'm down, no more.
And it's gonna take rerolling both of these twos.
Okay, I kind of hope I'm down then because okay. Yes.
9 slashing damage for the first attack.
Very nice. And that's magical?
Magical slashing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then second attack.
This is actually kind of fortuitous.
That's going to be a 29 to hit.
29 hits.
And it's going to be another... nice. That's pretty good. 17 slashing damage.
17 slashing damage. Very nice.
And then bonus action, I am going to...
It does
Well, I'm going to
sunbeam, though.
kill all of the people in the stands.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get out of range. Bonus action, get out of my rage.
Okay, so you drop the rage. Seeing this creature, seeing this massive towering thing, you need more hit points to be able to deal with it. So you drop the rage, preparing for your next turn. That is your turn, Rock?
Yes.
Alrighty, Brenna.
I am wearing winged boots.
Okay.
I am paralyzed.
Yep.
I believe that means I fall because there's no hover ability. The internet seems to feel that that's the case. I'm not trying to not fall.
Yes, you would fall.
Okay. So, on my turn, I fall.
Okay, you fall. You also need to make a con save at the start of your turn, which I believe is at disadvantage because you're...
Everything is terrible for Brenna right now. Con save, you say?
Why is that disadvantage?
Sorry, it's not a disadvantage, just flat.
Okay. 25.
25 is a success. So no problem. You plummet down,
Plus
you
11
strike
con
into the
saves.
ground.
Damn.
You do fall 30 feet.
Yeah.
And so you are taking 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn. If you couldn't tell, we were hoping that
We were
Brenna would get
hoping that I'd be
down.
down because that would make everything easier,
No,
but
sorry.
that's okay.
All right, so
My turn.
you hit the ground.
Yeah,
You're
as
still
a free action, I'm like,
paralyzed. No problem. That brings us to Stalkvan.
Okay,
I'm not.
hold on, I have to reevaluate. I was really hoping that Brenna would die.
I am still raging for what it's worth.
Oh, enduring. Yeah. So cool.
It doesn't go away unless I decide it does or unless I die. Only if I die.
Axe wielder,
Hello.
stand up. And
I'll try.
grips you, and with the grip, like, tries, can I, like, as a bonus action, because she's so small and I'm so big, just, like, pick her up?
I'll allow it.
Beautiful. I've got a 20 strength score.
Yeah. No, that's
and
why I'm
whilst
allowing it.
doing that, Stalkvan casts heal
Very
at
nice.
9th level.
Oh my god.
You get 100 HP back.
What?
Ninth
And,
level.
and
Damn.
you're cured of your blindness and any disease affecting the target.
Yeah, heal is dope. That's why I chose it for the other team, is because they could break status effects with it also.
Cara, you're my best friend.
Great
Okay, so
spell.
I am still frightened and paralyzed, but none of the rest of it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm standing up because she lifted me up.
Correct.
So I'm just like,
You are still really tired.
Yeah, you're-
only for the one turn though, right?
Correct.
So when my turn comes, and I just fell on my turn, so
Oh, that was your entire turn. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we were saying. It's actually kind of fortuitous.
Yeah.
If it had to happen, that was a good turn for it to happen on.
Yeah.
So that is your turn, Brenna?
Yeah.
All right, that's your turn, Stalkvan?
Yes.
All right, that brings us to the shadows. So, freshly spawned up in the sort
amazing.
of area. They're going to swoop on down.
Bonus action, hammer slam on ground, rune circle here.
You didn't save us, Ernold.
How could you? We came to cheer you on for your niece.
Oh my god,
She'll be
100.
so
disappointed.
shadows. They fold down into the ground and then just
So yummy.
reappear in their locations. Right there in front of Stalkvan.
Holding on to my juicy night levels.
That's wrong.
One more
occasion.
somewhere. Oh, sorry, Rock. And then one more for Rock.
I don't really have a choice.
And Rock, you are surrounded by shadows.
I guess I have concentration against them.
You laugh at them. These are just lack of light. How could they possibly hurt you?
Right.
But each of them does get a single attack. Okay. All right. So on the lower end of the spectrum, we have an 8, which is definitely going to miss. A little higher up, we have a 19. And then a 23. Okay. So
But
you
actually,
take
that's okay because you'll just go through.
6 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is reduced by 4.
Ah.
For what it's worth, as
Damn.
your muscles
it's all
almost
dark.
deflate, as you feel your arms and your body grow heavy, you get the sense that should your strength reach 0, you're just going to die. And so you really don't want to do that. But that is all of the shadows and their attacks. That brings us to Ernold. Ernold, the massive demon-like creature that is now standing almost on par with this creature.
All right.
What do you want to do?
You hear Ernold yell something in Abyssal. Anyone who speaks Abyssal, he says, "Take this," and then he's going to run and drop kick the big guy.
Okay, so you run and leap, and you go like flying right over. I'll say like that's where you can land, but you go over top both Stalkvan and Brenna. There's a shadow that crosses over you as this demon drop kicks this Nightwalker. Go ahead, make your attack roll.
So no more sunbeam.
All right,
You're
let's
incapacitated.
see.
You do, and I would say as you do enter
paralyzed.
your the radius, make a con save too.
Okay. Is it a...
It was a good try.
And technically,
Spell
Stalkvan, I
or
think you need to make a
magical?
con save as well because you're within 30 feet of the.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a spell or magical effect?
It is a. It's an aura. It's
Probably
not,
a magical
It's not a
effect, right?
magical effect. No,
Oh,
this
it's
is just.
not?
It's a part of this creature coming from the negative energy plane. It like isn't supposed to be here, so it just gives off this radius.
Stalkvan failed.
Okay.
15.
What kind of save?
This is a con save.
Alright, 26.
26 is a success. So nothing happens to you. Ernold, you are too strong as a demon to be phased by this. But for you, Stalkvan, you do take 14 points of necrotic damage, and the Nightwalker has advantage on attacks against you.
Just like that.
Okay, Ernold.
So let's see.
Lesser restoration could take care of the paralysis.
So I'll attack it. So this is the hoof attack drop kick. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Alright, I need to use dice rolls for this. Where is it?
If you would be so good.
And this is magical damage?
No, I don't think any of my damage is magical.
Okay, good to know.
Let's see. 26 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, half to 13.
And can I make a DC 21 strength saving throw?
They can try. That is going to be a total of 16.
It is prone as it gets flattened by the drop kick.
Nice.
So you drop kick this, and there is this like Godzilla slow motion as it falls. And for you who are behind it, Rock, you see this creature about to fall, and it splashes over you as the shadows splash across the ground and reform standing. This creature is immune to being prone.
Whoa! Alright, and then I'm going to just hit it twice with my fist. So this is a multi-attack, but I get 3 attacks. 21 and 21.
Both of those are going to be hits.
Alright, and I'm just going to roll...
Thank you, friend.
30, 14, 44 bludgeoning.
44 bludgeoning, half the 22.
Yep.
Anything else?
Yeah, I lever theme recall, and I just can recall the path of the drop kick.
Okay, you just relive it again and again. That was cool. But no problem. For all of you, you see this demon rush, drop kick this demon, and when it reforms, already just pounding away at it. It's like you're punching in a dream. These fists like partially penetrate and pass through, and then it reforms around you, but you're still doing damage, just not as much as you would like. That is your turn. That brings us to the top of the round and to the Nightwalker.
Tiny old man is not tiny anymore!
Did you talk about me?
Yeah.
It took me a second.
The Nightwalker is going to turn, and they are going to angle themselves just towards Stalkvan, who they have advantage on. First, I'm going to recharge, see if they get Finger of Doom back. They do not. And so they're going to take a multi-attack against you, Stalkvan.
Of course.
2 attacks. First one is a natural 20.
Damn.
Second natural 20 it gets against you.
Damn.
So that is... Give me 1 second here.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
You are taking 48 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
And can you make a con saving throw, please?
Damn. That is a 24.
And you succeed, and so your hit point maximum is not reduced by 48. But that hit just drives energy out of you, and then again, that is going to be a 21 to hit. Sorry, 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And you take an additional 25 points of necrotic damage. Can you make another con saving?
I failed that one.
And so you lower your hit point maximum by 25.
You still up?
I'm still up, but I'm not doing well.
Thank goodness.
These enervating focuses just yanking elements of the positive energy from your body. You feel your soul unravel into this creature's touch, but that is all that it can do on this round. You can see as it shifted, the people that are like directly behind this creature are now within its aura, and so the front row of that kind of stand is probably going to drop at the beginning of the next turn if nobody moves this creature. But that is all that the Nightwalker can do. That brings us to you, Rock, and then Brenna is on deck.
So I have to hit one of these or disengage to be able to, or can I diagonally move to get out of the way? To
No.
get around? Okay, so I have to hit one of them to get out of the way.
Yeah, they're fencing you in.
All right. Then what happens if I turn into a large creature while do they get pushed back?
Yeah, I think that's probably what would happen.
Makes
All right.
sense.
Then I'm gonna bonus action turn into a large rhinoceros-like bear.
Okay. You extend
Taco
your
Man!
for a rhinoceros. That looks much more like a bear. It is entirely like a polar bear, save for the fact that there's a huge like narwhal tusk that comes out through the nose. You are a whatever that creature is called.
A capybara.
Is that? Oop.
You push this individual back, no problem.
And then I'm going to use my action. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy.
Go for it.
And it's a gore attack. As this thing. That's gonna be plus plus God, math.
Yeah.
Where's math cam?
I didn't set it up
Not
for
for
the
one
shot.
shots.
17 magical bludgeoning.
Yeah. Okay, that is the full amount that you'd expect.
And that is it for Rock at the moment.
Okay, and so on that shadow, actually, you see the one directly in front of you just into nothing.
All right.
Even with the with that magical damage, that's more than enough.
And then I'm going to use my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If you're behind him, you'd be flanked.
Yeah, but also within the range of... Well, I guess we are within anyway.
Yeah.
Be hard to get out of it.
We'd have to leave the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Well, I could go around to this side and get somewhat out of range, maybe, if I got all the way over there, but no.
Seems
I'll
like a good
flank.
move as a
I'll flank
barbarian.
for now.
Melee based character.
I am going to flank over on this side, though, to make myself a little further away from
Can you make a con
those
saving throw?
shadowy critters. Because I went into the...
Yeah.
And I... That's a dirty 20, I believe.
That is a failure.
Oh, shit.
And so you are taking 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point... Or, sorry.
16 points?
Yes, and you they have advantage against you on the next attack. Sorry. I was thinking about his attacks.
Okay.
Anything else, Rock?
That's it.
Okay, you gore through a shadow. You rush around to flank this creature. That is your turn. That brings us to Brenna.
Okay. I'm paralyzed, incapacitated. As a free action, I think back to the time that I was paralyzed for like 5 rounds while we were fighting Zeistries, and she's just sad.
So you're
How long is that until?
Until it's until I'm paralyzed until the frightened condition ends, right?
And the frightened condition ends at the end of the Nightwalker's next turn, so
And
you
you
are
already
no
took his
longer
turn.
frightened. You are no longer
Oh!
paralyzed.
Yeah, now you get to play the game.
On the ground,
yeah.
back up, and you like barely conscious. You like lose consciousness for just a minute as you hit the ground,
A lot of stuff
and then
happened.
you are flooded with this healing energy. You jump back to your feet.
And so cool. Okay. Instead, then, as a free action to Stalkvan, she's gonna be like, "Brother," and then fly up into the air, remaining in base contact. Oh no.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she lost concentration on the sunbeam, which is too bad. But she's just gonna hit.
Yeah.
All right. Not that I want to take damage or anything, but do I have to make
You do.
save?
Yeah. Con save.
Okay, 22.
22 is just barely a success.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Tasty. All right, now she's like, I'm not scared anymore, dickhead. Sup, nerd? Her classic catchphrase.
There it is, coming back.
25 to hit on the
25
first
hits.
one. All right, that's gonna be max damage, 24 magical slashing.
That does the full amount that you would expect.
Second attack, 28.
28 hits.
19 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
And then with the shoulder, she's not hasted anymore, right? Right. That was the whole point. She's gonna use her armor spike attack. For what is it? 11 more points of mundane piercing.
Just 5 points of mundane
Yeah.
piercing, but no worries.
And she's like, I'm back, baby!
And as you slam into this creature again and again, it's starting to show little bits of like wisp. It's still very solid, but it's showing damage. These things are doing something to it. Anything else, Brenna?
She's gonna make eye contact with her friends in the stands and be like,
You see Eldrithan, you can't read lips, but he doesn't have a lot of words in his vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know he points and just goes, that's my friend. No problem. That is your turn. That brings us to Stalkvan. Can you start by making a concept? I'm going to try to be a little bit better about remembering that.
Oh, it's probably also bad. That is an 16.
16 is a failure. Of
course it
you
is.
take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage, necrotic damage, and they have advantage on you against their next attack.
Cool. Love that. Stalkvan shouts, "We need more allies! The Forge calls you!" And animate objects, whatever is object animate.
You can see there's a number of stones that are kind of scattered around, and those
Look
are
at
the
that.
only rocks that are really big enough.
Okay.
So those are the objects that you have to animate.
Can I animate the gate?
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, that's a large object.
Beautiful. I would love to animate as many small objects and gate at the 5th level that I can, which is 10 total. So large object
It's 4.
is
No more
4.
bodies.
Okay, so 6 rocks.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say, if I could animate the bodies, because they are object.
If you want to animate 2 stones, a body, and a gate, you definitely can.
Yes.
There are certainly going to be like social implications to that.
Fine, I won't animate bodies. I was gonna take I was gonna take either the asshole or the cleric.
Yeah, and like I said, social implications. I mean, depending on the body, they're probably different.
You can do objects on the body.
how high is your charisma? Maybe you can
Nope.
figure out.
So yes, I'm gonna object.
You're the one who's
It got the 6 stones and the 4 gate,
Okay.
and they're just all gonna like.
Yeah, no problem. They fly forwards. The gate just slides out. You see the guard who is like standing on the inside, like watching rapt attention through the bars, has to like jump back or else their nose is going to get caught in the bar itself, but flies right out into the air and right towards the Nightwalker.
All right, so we're gonna do the small rocks first. Ooh. A 6 to hit. So we've got, on the lower side, we've got an 8,
Miss,
11,
miss,
12.
miss.
Then we start graduating up to 18.
That is a hit.
And then the next one is a hit, and then a natural 20.
Very nice.
Yummy.
All right, so we are going to roll some d8s once I find them.
And is this magical damage? I'm trying to remember now. I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, when I usually cast animate, I don't think it's magical.
Yeah, that's how we've done it. We are valicing all over the place.
Yeah, I know,
between the
everybody.
sunbeam and the.
Everybody balancing.
I just realized the horns are why you asked me about the Alina horns, which are horns but also have cow ears attached. I can understand why you wanted a
So
different
we've got
sound.
3 plus
Pretty good
6
one,
is 9 points. No, sorry, not 6. Yeah, 6 is 9 points of damage. 14 plus 2 is
16.
Thank you. 16 points of damage. And then we've got our large object that I have to roll for.
Okay.
We'll do the gray one. So large object is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
Ugh. And that is 9 plus 2 is 11 points of bludgeoning damage from
11
large
points of
object.
bludgeoning. Okay. All these things not doing as much as you would hope, but still, you see these rocks just flying straight through this creature's torso. You see this gate go through, and almost like a Swiss cheese grater, just shreds pieces off of him, but they just reform. Anything else?
Stalkvan gets advantage on his next attack against me.
It does.
Gonna stay where I am.
So that brings us to the
Now a real
shadows.
wrestling ring. I'm imagining the
Yeah. Right. I was thinking like in Terminator 2.
That
when he
was
just
part of it, yes.
threw the gate. Yeah.
no.
I wanted to throw a chair.
Yeah.
And so they're going to get one attack on you, Rock, in your narwhal form. That's going to be 8 to hit.
Farewell.
And so
That's
unable
not
to
bad.
hit. The one that rushes towards the Goristo form of this elderly mage is going to only be a 6 to hit. Sorry, an 8 to hit, but still not going to hit. These shadows just anemic in this battle. That is all that the shadows can do. That brings us to Ernold.
Level 9 spell.
Yeah. Ernold.
All right. I have a great turn lined up. So I can see that he's sapping the life, and you said that some of these guys are like getting really hurt by the aura, right?
Yeah.
So I can cast spells in this form, right? As long as I have whatever I need to cast them.
I have to double check that. Hang on. I think so. Alright. Give me just 1 second here.
Wait, is this true polymorph that you're using?
No,
Not
this
regular.
is
Shape
this is
changer.
shape change.
Oh, shape change.
This is a
My mistake.
Spell.
Yeah.
Man, all these
Well, true
powerful
polymorph is
spells.
9th level too.
As
so I was
long as the new
confused.
form is physically capable of doing so. You can't use special senses unless the new form is able to, but you absolutely can, yes.
All right, then I
Got
am going
fingies
to
and a voice.
cast Misty Step.
Phenomenal.
So I'm gonna yell surprise in Abyssal.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna Misty Step over here.
Very nice.
And then stomp, stomp, charge. And then I'm going to gore him.
Okay,
So,
yeah, make your attack roll.
This is attack with advantage because I'm flanking with
Brenna.
everyone on the other side.
Brenna is
does, yeah.
100%
Alright.
flanking, yeah.
So that's gonna be
We got him
a
fully flanked. Boop, boop.
29 to hit.
Nice.
29 absolutely hits.
Nice. All right. So the gore will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dice rolling out. Rolling. 47 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then, in addition, if I move within 15 feet towards straight a target and hit with a gore, it takes an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn, that's a lot more than my thing that it does.
Gore's pretty nasty. Well,
Another-
this creature's nasty too.
Another 39 piercing damage, and then it has to make a DC 21 strength saving throw.
Okay. This is a good save for it. Oh, actually, it's not. It's not the best save. That's
like
only
you.
going to be 15.
It's a failure, so
Yeah.
it's gonna get pushed up to 20 feet away and knocked prone, but it's immune to prone. But it does get knocked 20 feet away.
It does get knocked 20 feet away. So that pushes it out, which does
Brenna's like,
provoke an
"Ow."
attack of opportunity from Brenna, Rock, and from Stalkvan. I think it might stay within Stalkvan's range.
No, I think it actually leaves everyone's range 20 feet. 20 feet.
By 5, yeah.
Yeah.
So Stalkvan, Rock, and Brenna, all of you get attacks of opportunity.
Attack of
Very good.
opportunity doesn't benefit from extra attack, right? It's like a
Correct.
separate action. Okay, well, Brenna gets a 16.
That is a miss.
22.
22 is a hit. So Stalkvan, Rock, both of you, the Goliath on either side of this creature, take this opportunity to strike.
I'm gonna make it a divine strike.
Okay.
So that's 3 plus my phone died.
Oh, I get to re-roll these. Oh my gosh, much better.
Well, I rolled like shit, so that's 4 fire damage.
4 fire.
Bludgeoning. Magical.
And that's actually only 2 fire damage.
course.
18 magical bludgeon damage, you said? Yes. Full amount?
My phone died and I am reloading. Hold for reload.
Watching you
Hold.
load.
Yeah.
Questions.
Yes.
I'm a huge creature.
Yes.
Like, how does that interact with like moving around the game creature? Like, can we occupy the same space? Like,
There
can I
are
stay in my-
some like mechanics of the game that have creature sizes referenced, but it doesn't change too much depending on what it is exactly that you're trying to do.
9 points of magical bludgeoning.
9 points of magical bludgeoning. Okay. And that does the full amount that you would expect. This creature's starting to look kind of hurt.
I want to move into Cara's space. I'm just trying to figure out if that's possible.
So Cara's an
get up to-
ally. You can share the space, but you can't end in it.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna be here.
Okay.
Then.
So sharing space but not ending it. Okay, so off to the. I see
So
what
I'm
you're
off-
doing.
off to the side
Underneath Brenna, no problem.
Underneath Brenna.
And really, your head at Brenna's height, really tall. Brenna, this individual, standing almost at your height,
I turn to the side. I'm like, sup.
in abyssal.
Sup, nerd?
But that is your turn.
He's the nerd.
Ernold, that brings us to the top of the round, to the Nightwalker.
You're gonna misshape your glasses.
Ernold, can you make a con saving throw too, as you're entering their kind of arena?
Sorry.
Con save?
Con.
That's my fault.
No worries.
I was giving him instruction.
23.
23, no problem. You do not take any damage entering its aura, but on its turn, it is going to fly up, provoking an attack of opportunity. Well, actually, how tall? You're huge. It's going to fly up to not leave your attack of opportunity range.
Flies.
Valis.
Wait,
Not Valis.
that's not fair. Well, actually, I can fly.
Does it mean
I don't
it's gonna...
care.
Oh yeah, I see.
Follow.
And it's just going to get high enough so that it's really only in range for you and Brenna.
Damn.
And from up there,
Try to drag him
no
down.
longer able to reach Stalkvan. It will reach 15 feet. No, still can't reach Stalkvan. It is going to reach down and try to strike this huge creature that drop kicked it.
Yeah, not
First,
me.
does it get its Finger of Doom back? It does not. And so it is going to take 2 enervating focus attacks. The first one is only going to be a 19 to hit.
All right. I use my reaction to cast shield. Hold on. I have to check on that.
Okay.
Make sure it's just a verbal component. Let's see. Spells.
It might even just be somatic. I can't remember.
Oh, so I guess it requires components?
Ah.
No, wait, that's mage armor. I hit the wrong spell. Hold on. Shield. Verbal and somatic.
Okay.
So, I wave my hand and a shield pops up,
No
and
problem.
my AC is now enough to beat that.
The next one is going to be a 28 to hit.
That will hit me.
Okay. So, first, you take 19 points of necrotic damage. Sorry, 25 points of necrotic damage. And can you make a con saving throw, please?
That's 25 damage. And is this a magical effect?
It is not.
Okay.
I
Ooh.
think my form is just a
7.
bear with a party hat.
15.
Your massive, your max HP is reduced by 25.
Okay.
But that is all that this creature can do on its turn. That brings us to you, Rock.
Okay, so that thing's out of my range now, but there's this ghost thing here.
Yeah.
And I'm a bear with a party hat. Really, really pointy arch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also roll to maintain concentration on the shape change. I am still
Very
shape
nice, very nice.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my first attack against this guy just flat. And oh no, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna move 20 feet away, turn around, and then use my action to dash and charge at him. And I'm gonna take a page out of the big demon guy's book.
Okay. You're going to charge at the shadows. No problem. Make your attack roll.
And I'm gonna, let's see, I got stacking things with this this rhino here, so
How tall is this guy?
Probably close to 20 feet.
that's a
20 feet.
25 23 to hit.
23 is a hit.
Okay, so it's gonna take the 2d8, and then if I move, it takes an extra 2d8, and then because I have the charger feat, it takes an extra 5 damage on top of all of that. So, do you have a 2d8 that I could roll?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like that.
Sorry.
I feel like we've all gotten to the point where our dice trays are too full to roll in.
I've been like piling mine up.
Yeah, I haven't rolled my dice in my tray since.
I
maybe
put
last
all
year.
of these dice here for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled
so
out
that's
the not Alina dice.
I try to keep my awesome
26 points of magical bludgeoning.
Very nice. This creature now with 29, you destroy that shadow.
Cool. So then I'm gonna continue with that dash action
Okay.
Action.
and make my way over to here.
Okay.
And actually no, I'm gonna dash like back to the wall and then kind of turn back this way and prepare because I use my bonus action to make that attack. So I'm done.
Okay, no problem. So that is where you end up. You go straight through the shadow. You end up on the other side. That is Rockstern Brenna.
Okay. Typically, so I am very small and he is very big.
Yes.
So I'd like to grapple his leg and try to drag him down, but grappling rules as written is not allowed with a creature that much bigger.
Yeah.
And I think even though I am very strong, I am still a gnome, so I feel like that wouldn't work, but just...
Might also be kind of insubstantial.
This creature
That's
is
true.
immune to being grappled.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna fly up next to him and just hit. Hey! Fuck you! Alright. Time to hit.
So now it is Brenna and the Nightwalker flying high above everybody else, just engaging in combat. You can see the spectators who have regained their vision are looking up. A few people still blinded and rubbing at their eyes in the stands, but this is the spectacle now.
Starting with a 29 to hit.
29 hits.
For 19 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Nice. For 21 points of magical slashing.
They're looking really rough, but they're still up.
And then,
you can see with that hit, there is licks of this almost fiery shadow that is dropping out of their body, hitting the ground and turning the sand into glass, but they are still up.
Shoulder. Oh no. 10 additional points of mundane piercing.
Which is only 5 points of
I
mundane
know.
piercing, and not quite enough.
Yeah.
They are hurt. And up here, above everybody else, you almost finish this creature off, but they're still up. Can you make a con saving throw, please?
29.
29, that is a success. You take no damage from the aura of annihilation. That is your turn, Brenna.
Heck, if I have any, I don't have anything else.
Okay, that brings us to Stalkvan.
I do have to beat those.
Stalkvan yells from the ground, I learned this from the axe! And I need a con save throw.
Okay. It's a natural 20.
Fuck!
Presumably it's the larger guy you're throwing it at?
Yes, of course.
For a total of 33.
Yeah, of course. But on a successful save, it takes half damage. So that's... No, I should roll all the d8. That's how that works. Just roll all the d8. And then you have it. You don't roll half the dice. Ooh. 10, 20, 17. Nope. 10, 20, 27. So that's 27 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Have to whatever. And then I'm gonna direct my objects to go bash the guy in the face unless he's down.
He is not down. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you direct these objects, your fleet of objects. As you have this strike, they shrug it off. It deals some damage. But you send your objects to go and deal the rest. The gate leads the charge with all these rocks in tow.
Okay. Oh, these are bad numbies. The gate misses.
Okay.
The 3 of the rocks miss.
Okay.
And then the one that I believe hits is a 21.
21 hits.
So there's 2 regular rolls and another nat 20.
Okay.
All right. So that's 7 plus 4 points of mundane bludgeoning and 6 plus 8 points of mundane bludgeoning.
Okay. So that, and those are halved. Okay. Anything else? This creature barely hanging on, but still up.
Tiny man!
Gesture for the not tiny, tiny man. That brings us to the shadows.
This kills so
There's only one shadow left. This shadow is going to streak across towards Stalkvan, and they will attack you, Stalkvan.
Of course!
This shadow takes its strength during attack. That is only a 12 to hit.
No!
And so these shadows, I should have scaled a little higher because they are doing nothing for me.
They got me once.
That is all that the shadows can do. That brings us to Ernold.
The strength zapping is like vicious for
I know,
like
yeah.
this group.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm going
It's good
to
that it hit me though.
go take care of this last shadow.
Okay.
So
You turn around, you stomp over towards this creature. Make a
stomp.
con save at the start of your turn.
21.
You're fine. Meets it, beats it.
Hell yes. So I'm going to pound this shadow into the ground with a 26 to
That
hit.
absolutely hits.
All right. That will be 17 bludgeoning,
17 bludgeoning. Is it magical bludgeoning?
regular.
Regular. Okay.
Still up?
Yes, still up. Finally, a shadow survived a hit.
Oh, I hit him again at dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
All right, and then let me just roll those numbies. That will be 26 bludgeoning, non-magical.
Halved to 13, which is still enough to destroy this creature. As you hit it once, it kind of rises squiggly back up, and then just Donkey Kong pounding it into the ground. It just disappears into the
Alright.
sand.
He's gonna look around, and then he's gonna walk over here and misty step to over here.
Okay.
And he is getting ready to do something that he also just learned from Brenna.
Oh,
On his
phenomenal.
next turn, if the guy is still up.
Excellent.
I want this kill so bad. Don't
There is
steal the
this
kill.
shout of like surprise
Vincent
and
steals
terror.
the kill.
Some people like
know it's
run
a
into the
Vincent
tunnels
thing.
as this demon is now rampaging in the stands. But that is your
it's my
turn,
birthday.
Arnold. That brings us to the top of the round.
That's why
and
I just.
to this Nightwalker.
Get
The
one turn.
Nightwalker switches around. Does it get Finger of Doom back? It does not. It will take the first attack against you, Brenna,
Hello.
as it reaches out with energy. Well, it just got swatted with some of these things. So one arm reaches towards you, Brenna. The other right down towards Stalkvan, and we'll take one attack against each of you. The attack against Stalkvan is at advantage.
Of course it is.
Oh, does he fly down a little bit to reach Stalkvan? Because he was a little bit too high before.
He'll go down 5 feet to get within 15.
Okay.
Stalkvan.
Yeah.
This is only going to be a 21 to hit,
Yeah.
and then a 14 to hit.
No.
So with that 21,
Yeah.
you are taking 27 points. 33 points of necrotic damage. Damn. Can you make a con saving throw?
No, I'm down.
You still got to make this con saving throw.
Damn. The con save, though, with my last breath is a 26.
26. With the 26, you are not lowering your HP, and that's good. This creature with this life-eating trait may have made this a much harder struggle for you to get back up if your hit point maximum goes too low. But that is its attack against you. The one against you, Brenna, just flat,
Yep.
is only going to be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And can you make a con saving throw, please?
Oh, if you insist. 15.
15. That is a failure. So you are taking very, very bad, not bad damage. Only 22 points of necrotic damage. Sorry, 28 points of necrotic damage. And your hit point maximum is lowered by the same amount.
28.
28. 28, sorry, yeah. And that is all that it can do on its turn. That brings us to Rock. Rock, you are a rhinoceros down on the ground. Your enemies are all missing. There is nothing at your level. There is only one creature about 25 feet up in the air.
Gonna use my bonus action to revert out of my wild shape.
Okay.
And then, hang on, I'm gonna look at my spells. I am going to... Dang, I wanted to do something really cool, but... in case I want to do it later, does that count as a magical effect? The
aura?
Yeah, the aura. Okay. Then I'm going to go over to over to here to get to you, and grab your body and pick you up and say, "Get up, brother!" And I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Hell yeah.
I love this so much.
Brother, you
And because you're a druid on top of everything else.
Plop Stalkvan down on their feet. Stalkvan, you are back
Let's
alive.
witness this.
You feel a deep chill through your body. This creature is lowering your hit points again and again.
That's
Not chilly enough, I'm a forge cleric.
4. Actually, I think
So you can roll that healing. Anything else for you, Rock?
that is it for me.
I'm warmed by the fires of Vada and my good
Stalkvan,
friend
you are
Rock.
put on your feet. You look up. You see Brenna and this creature above. Brenna, what would you like to do?
Hit.
Make
Make your attack rolls.
Okay.
Get him.
25 to hit.
25 is a hit.
Oops, let's roll damage on the d12, not the d20. Okay. 18 points of magical slashing.
Brenna. In this moment, is magical slashing? Yeah. That is enough. Can you tell us how it happens?
Okay.
400 hit points this creature had.
I cut off his head, and as the body falls, I follow it down, and when it lands, I just stand on top of it, like...
Sure. And, there's a brief hush as there is, these shadowy creatures as a demon, crouched in the corners. There is a cheer from one half of the crowd. From near that demon, people are screaming and panicking, running for cover. Somebody throws a beer at you. People are just panicking.
People are still blind, dude.
No one actually saw that.
And if he's insubstantial, Brenna is using her flight to just kind of look like she's standing on top of him.
No, absolutely. And you use flight to look like you're standing on top of him because he is insubstantial.
Yeah.
Slowly melting into the sand
Yeah.
is the Nightwalker. But, Brenna, you have defeated this creature. And as it falls, finally the crowd slowly rises to this, completely deafening ovation of screams and chants. As the Nightwalker dies and the shadow loses its edges, the shadow smoke just kind of falls down through the sand. And the crowd cheering, you see Eupharion up in the stands. They're standing and applauding, and probably outside of the walled city of Nocturne, you can still hear the voices rising within the Modrock. The chants of axe, 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 relieve sobs of people over in the corner. You can hear, above all the cacophony, Brenna, you can hear wolves. And as you gaze about this place, turning in a full circle to see the world lose its mind over the surviving heroes, you can see its source. In shadows near the back, their howls complete. You see Adrathan, Nazgul, and Nothica, all of the Blood Moon Goliaths, but all of their bodies are just a bit larger, a bit more stooped, and their ears go back in this lupine fashion. Goliath are hairless, and so the changes are much less pronounced than they might be for some, but even at this distance, their werewolf fangs shine. And Brenna, perhaps for the first time since you returned to the wasted Nomjarin, where everybody that you knew had been killed, resurrected through necromancy to fight you, and then killed again, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that whatever you may choose, you have found your pack. And thank you for joining us for this session of Adventures in Alberon, Axe, Wolf, and Woe. Goodbye.